Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome to the shop. We're trying to set up a little different. We did this, or I did this for the live stream on Friday, where we did the Q&A for the icon stuff. And it's kind of nice to be out here because then I'm not bothering everyone else in the house. The missus is still selling popcorn right now, so she will be here soonish, I guess. Heidi ho to everyone. Steve, Donner, Raw. So how was Aladdin, by the way? They said they rented or they watched the new Aladdin movie last night. I saw it. I was like, meh, it was all right, but it was one of those things where you're constantly going, he's not bad, but he's no Robin Williams. Andre, how's it going? Nick Hoffman in the house. How do we? Who else? Average Tool Talk's in here. How's it going, man? Walt Lars, Southern California, checking in. I need to do a run down to Southern California here. Luke Stokes in the house. Carson's Exploring Channel, you're here early. Speaking of popcorn, I got a piece stuck in my tooth. Oh my gosh. Miss Canadian Scrapper, how's it going? I saw your live stream a while back. There goes the garage light. And it was pretty interesting. Douglas Ullman, how's it going? Troy Wagatha. If I screw up your name, it's all me, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do it on purpose. Oh, Labrador, come on, say hi. Come on, up. There she is. There she is. How you doing? Ventured out. Usually she just sits at the doorway to the house with her little paws draped over the edge, looking all dainty, going, there's air conditioning here. I'm not going out there. Cody says, my Bauer broke. Should I buy Hercules? What were you doing with it? Richard Cheney, shout out in Douglas, Georgia. TC Line, how's it going? Hey, Chris Parenti, Michael Hajik, in Maryland. Steve says it was good. I had a few critiques here and there, but nothing too major. Yeah, it didn't cross over any lines where I was like, well, that's it, I'm done with it. The kids enjoyed it, but, you know, Robin Williams is he's such a madman. He's just innately brilliant when it comes to comedy. And I'm not saying, anything against, I just forgot his name. As you can tell, I'm really good with names. And and that hashtag sarcasm. Shoot. Anyway, he's great. I loved him in a lot of his movies, Men in Black, I, Robot, stuff like that. And he's done some funny stuff, but he's a different kind of comedian. He's not that wacky goofball kind of comedian the same way that Robin Williams is. Let's see here. Stoddard Russ says I ended up telling Steve just to shut up and watch the movie. Yeah, that's usually the way it goes in our house. How are you doing the live stream on? How are you liking doing the live streams on Sunday? It's a lot better for our weekend. It really is. It allows a lot more flexibility for the family and whatnot. Robert Stevens says, greeting from PA. I've looked at the local Harbor Freight store and nothing on Icon is for sale. The normal Pittsburgh tools and U.S. General boxes. Do you have any idea what's up? I think it's all going to hit. It's supposed to hit around the nation first week of October sometime. You're honored that I watched. Well, I try to be like just the average YouTuber kind of out there. I like to be part of everyone else's community. It's all about building up communities, and broadening the discussion. So I like to get out there and say hi to everyone. Eric, my man, how's it going? Thomas Hale, what's going on? Let's see here. Nick says, I bought the linesman pliers. The shortest they had was 8-inch. This will have to be, no, it won't be a problem for comparison. Walt says, if you're down to Riverside, give me a shout out. Great cigar store in Temecula near me. I will. I'll do that. I always like to pick up a good cigar. I'm not a cigar aficionado, but I like good cigars. I've had bad cigars. And it's like, It's like with wine. It's like I couldn't tell you what a good wine is, but I can tell you if it's a bad wine. Let's hear. Hey, also everyone, by the way, we got a lot of new people here. We should mention. Be sure to type at the Den of Tools. The Den of Tools. No spaces with the at sign in front of it. All one word. And it shows up as you see at the bottom of the screen there where it says Den of Tools has that orange circle around it. It looks just like this right here where Steve just said at the Den of Tools. And that way I know he's talking to me and you guys aren't just chatting amongst yourself, which is perfectly cool. Jeff, did you get relegated to the garage? It was self-regulation. Matthew says, hello from Kentucky, 1000th store. Where's my hat? My hat's in the truck. I got a 1000 hat, but it's in the truck. Troy SR71, what's up, man? Super Dave in the house. Richard Snader, how's it going? Bond Scalper, give a big thumbs up. Steve says, my biggest gripe was that the big tiger or lion's head in the mountain not being big enough. It seemed more big and epic in the original. Huh. I don't know. That part didn't bother me. I liked the scene in the CGI down there in the Cave of Wonders. Will Harbor Freight ever offer a 7-inch Hercules polisher? I've not heard of one. How about that? I would be surprised if they did. The Hercules line is more for your professional contractor level, and that's not really a contractor tool. They've got a polisher in the Earthquake, was the automotive line. They've got a polisher in the Bauer, which is kind of your super user, prosumer line. It kind of goes all over the place. I don't think you're going to see it. I would be surprised if it ended up in the Hercules line. Somebody got mad at me and said I was started some conspiracy that I was doing insider information because I guessed that there would be a coupon out for the Icon toolbox and about how much it was going to be off. I mean, I've been following Harbor Freight for 4 years now. I've pretty much figured out their couponing policy. It's not rocket science. Did you see the comparison to the Pittsburgh Pro versus the Icon? I did see that. And I wasn't surprised. Honestly, there's not that big a gap between the professional level ratchets and the upper end, prosumer ratchets. I mean, it's just steel. We're not talking fiber carbon and all sorts of weird nanotech or anything.
DIY empty tissue box hacks.
There you go. Look at you for your popcorn.
DIY. So I put popcorn in there and a drink.
That's the little girl. Lean in so they can see you.
Huh?
There she is.
Yes, I know my hair looks hectic.
Your hair is a fright. Bill Kessler, how's it going? Dale, testing highlights. Let's see here. Cliff says, Den of Tools, first time catchy. Make sure you put the Den of Tools so it shows up. Catching live show, actually, usually watch the replay. Great, glad you could see it live. And also, yeah, we are family friendly. As you saw, there was a little cubette who just popped in here. They read and respond. Sometimes the older cub will jump on here, and there's other people watching with their kids as well. So it's, it's a family show here. We got all sorts. Gutierrez Nightcore says, I have a feeling that Sears will slowly close all of its big box stores as it grows into smaller stores, phasing out its big box stores. Yeah, I think they're going to be pulling back and focusing. In fact, there's apparently a huge sale going on this weekend. I need to look into that some more. I'm 6 minutes late. Don't fire me. Safiel in the house. How's it going? Let's see here. Howdy from Yins, PA. Hey, Dave. When can we expect the rest of the Herc line, and will it match the Bauer? Will it match? It will be smaller. Much in the same way that the Rigid line is a smaller line than you see with the Ryobi. It's more tightly focused, as I said, on the professional, so you're not going to see all the wild, kooky stuff like you see on the Bauer line. And the relaunch is going to be first week of October. Bumble Binfield, to be honest, the thing I like most about what I'm seeing in this icon line are the socket and wrench trays included. It's kind of nice if you like that thing. I thought I would be really into having the vertical sockets, and I may switch to that as I get less and less space. But it's not. I definitely with the wrenches. I definitely like the wrenches coming out in the trays and such. Yeah, I did that testing. If you guys saw it, I did a test on sockets or ratchets. I mean, the discount ratchets. I got a whole bunch of them, and I torture tested them and stuff. And people are like, well, when that thing busts and you break your knuckles and blah blah. Steel is steel, man. When it comes right down to it, the question is it hard and brittle, or is it soft and flexible, or is it somewhere in between? It's not rocket science, and they act like it's made out of freaking unicorn dust. Ratcheting wrenches from Icon. Yeah, I have those. They come in a pretty nice tray. By the way, lighting today is provided by Braun work light from Harbor Freight. It's the little black and yellow ones about this big. I've got it set up in the hutch of the cabinet, and it's reflecting against the stainless steel back and coming back on me. So we're gonna see when it goes all black. Channel's not over. We're just testing to see how long the battery lasts. My Bauer broke trying to break lug nuts off an ATV. I'm thinking about a Milwaukee, but I'm wondering if I should go with Hercules. Was it the Bauer impact driver or the Bauer impact wrench? Because the impact driver isn't really built for that. You can try and use it and stuff, but if it broke... And the other thing is, were you using an impact... If it was the impact wrench or impact driver, were you using an impact adapter, or were you using a standard socket adapter? Because if you weren't using an impact, I wouldn't be surprised that it broke, because it travels too much shock back into the tool. The impact version of that is a softer metal, actually, and it has more twist in it so that it absorbs a lot of that shock. Donna Ross says, "Okay, guys, keep it family friendly. Please, gentle reminder. Don't piss her off, guys and gals. You don't want to see her bad side." Let's see here. John Kaiser, what's going on? Steve Bobo just picked up the pneumatic dent puller. It works pretty well. Steve says, nothing wrong with the live stream from the garage. Justin Down, the maintenance man, does it. Yeah. Hopefully I won't end up drinking as much as them. Maybe that's a garage thing. I'm teasing those guys. Let's see here. Rodney, hello. How's it going, man? Benjamin says she just wants you to get more stuff stuck in your teeth for the camera. She already brought me. She's such a sweetheart. She takes after her mother. She already brought me popcorn, so I got plenty. Let's see here. Dear Falcon, Did Tools tried to send you something, but Amazon won't work to send to a PO box, and that's probably their their safety, because they worry about fraud and stuff like that. So usually it's a credit card. Your credit card is the one that denies it's sending. Because I send stuff to our PO box almost every day. We get so much stuff there. What's going on, little? Oh, sorry. Someone heard the popcorn. You ready? There you go. Have a couple more pieces. All right. Let's see here. Pitts just lost to the 49ers. I honestly wish they could both lose. I don't know. I gotta switch and become a Raiders fan. I've been a Cubs fan for so long. Kind of followed the Bengals when I lived in Cincinnati for a while, but let's see here. Wow, I'm way behind, aren't I? Maintenance man, how's it going? Did you bring the drinks? I need a drink. How do I send Google Pictures? You can send it to Red at the Den of Tools. I was supposed to create a thing for it, and I didn't. Red at The Den of Tools. So just like The Den of Tools with .com, of course, and Red, because he gets all the stuff. If it's not broken, don't fix it. It's in the house. Slauson Lawn Care. Go Niners. I used to live in San Francisco. I still hate the Niners. Let's see here. $5. $5. Eric Wolf just sent an email image of the socket drawer using the vertical post. Would be cool if you shared it tonight. It's not easy to do. Let me see what I can do here. One moment, please. See, if I could sing, I would give you some good hold music. What do I know how to sing? Would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar? You'd be better off than you are. Or would you rather be a socket drawer? Alright. Yeah, that's getting pretty bad here. Here we go. Okay. Got that. Alright. Now let's see if we can go over here. And we'll do it like this. Do it like that. I should probably stop that one before that ends up going not family friendly. La-dee-dee. La-dee-da-da. I know it's terribly interesting tonight. Eric needs everyone to see a sock. Oh, that is pretty. I'm pretty. I'm so pretty. Who said that? Come on. Fit in the window. Get in there. There we go. That's what Eric just sent us. That is a nice organized socket drawer. See, that's why I like the vertical stuff. You get it all in one spot, nice and compact. See, my issue is that I've got a bunch of impacts, and the thing is, I have so many different companies because I'm testing stuff. So, all right, let's go back here. Hold on here. Oh my gosh. Miss Canadian Scrapper, hopefully Den of Tools can give you and other creators a shout out. I just did. And of course, big thank you to all of our moderators tonight. Those are the ones dressed in blue with the blue wrench next to them. They help keep the channel family friendly, answer questions if I can't get to them. And as well, they're also, many of them are creators in their own right. Be sure to check them out. Give them a thumbs up. And maybe even consider liking and subscribing. Let's see here. Sure, one of you guys can answer. I've just bought the 3-ton profile long reach Daytona. Every time I push down the handle, it makes a click. Is that normal? I think it is. I don't know. I don't have the Daytona. I've got the General Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile. And I thought it did. Can't say for sure. Where is it? It's kind of buried right now. Somebody could have an answer for it. Pop in there, let them know. That'd be good. Like the garage backdrop, where's the main star of the Icon tool chest? I'm actually sitting in front of it. It's right there. I get a look at it. It's so pretty. Let me see if I can do this. I'll give you a view. There's my lighting, my drinks, the tool chests. All right. William Logan's in the house. How's it going, my man? Belkin. Belkin what? Let's see here. Oh, is that a Belkin? No, the Belkin, no. There's no Belkin adapters out here. There's some Belkin in the house. 20 likes out of 140. Aw, thank you, Rodney. Super Dave asks, I'm using Tekton daily as well, and the warranty is the best in the biz. I use all the sockets and the Pittsburgh Pro ratchets. I gotta say, I like the Tekton stuff. There's a few things that I the ratchets from Tekton are kind of like, I like them. I like the grip on them. Believe it or not, the grip I like the best is the Duralast, because they still have the knurling on it. I'm kind of old school like that. I like knurling. I don't know why. But the Tekton at least puts a nice little divot so you can get your hand in there for a good anti-slip. But as far as the ratchet itself, it's okay. There's nothing that's like, ooh. Let's see here. Steve says, I put out a job application at Menards, looked around, and was seeing the red and white Craftsman is there. Yeah, Craftsman basically is apparently pushing Masterforce out of Menards. It's spreading like the plague, man. All right, let's see here. Come on. What's going on here? There we go. All right. Tim says, I really enjoyed the chicken sandwich video. I got to do another one of those. I'll probably do one this week. Walt says, Dirt Monkey, Tools in Action did a death match of 20-volt drills, including Bauer and DeWalt. Makita and Bauer held up well. I'll have to check that out. It wasn't one where they put them head to head, is it? Those always seem a little silly. Let's see here. AKA, don't panic when it goes dark. Got it. Yeah. Will Icon add one fit on the U.S. General toolboxes? I'm guessing you're adding will the side cabinets fit on the U.S. General? And the answer is no. But, I mean, it's metal, so if you got drills and bolts and stuff, you can make anything fit. But the U.S. General boxes are 22 inches deep. The Icon stuff is 24 inches deep, so you'd have overhang. Why are you in the garage? I was a bad bear. No, just a change of pace. Yeah, we got a lot of people in the house right now. I think there's 6 people total, plus the Labradog. And I felt like I was kind of taking over the house every Sunday evening with the live streams. And I thought it'd be a nice change of pace. Try it out here now that it's cooler. I'm in Vegas, and so this sheet metal door behind me turns into an oven when it's over 100 and some degrees. In fact, it was only in the 80s, I think, today. And it's still a bit on the warm, stifling side in here. But it's not too bad. And it'll get cooler as the evening wears on. Making stuff and breaking stuff. Love your channel. Thanks for the shout out a few months back. Hey, no worries, man. You can put out some good stuff there. Let's see here. That Bauer 3/8 impact is pretty good, guys. That's what Super Dave says. Josh Albertson, how's it going, man? Steve doesn't even see my bad side. Well, that's good. When you love somebody enough, it's hard to see that sort of thing. Let's see here. Bumble says you have to look up Williams reversible ratcheting wrenches, same as Blue Point. Before you make a decision, those Williams are super nice, in my opinion. Just picked up a set. I tried the Williams regular wrenches, and I was not inspired by them. I am going to be picking up and doing some ratcheting wrench looks or takeaways on. So, saying they're reversible, my guess is they're either flex head or they're flat, not angled. I'm a big fan of flex head ratcheting wrenches. I know they're not considered as she as the reversible. Oh, maybe by reversible you mean this with the switch. That's one the ones are not my favorite. Let's see here. Hope the Bears win over the Redskins. Go Bears! Hey, by the way, check out Explorer Steve's channel. He got a new video up. He's been converting his 4Runner he bought off his dad into a stealth camper truck. He drove it up to Tahoe, did a little camping. He was commenting all about the don't feed the bears, watch out for bears sign. Gravis says no Icon toolboxes in Maryland yet. Hey, if you go to the website, I'm pretty sure if you go to the Harbor Freight website and you type in Icon in the search, you get their icon page. And let me do this real quick to see if I'm talking out my backside here. Get the Harbor Freight type icon. And I could have sworn that there was icon store locations right below the big picture where it shows the box and it talking about SEMA. The icon store locations, you click on that and it will tell you, see icon in these select stores, orderable in all stores. So not every store is going to get it. My guess is they don't have the floor space. A lot of the older stores are smaller, have much smaller floor plans, and there's just no way they can fit more cabinets in there. So they're going to be by pictures only. Uh-oh. Take your dinosaur somewhere else. Let's see here.
Hi, guys.
Tom says, I can tell you Justin Surgical Trucking is not impressed by the pending icon rollout. Yeah, I always love people who've never tried something, don't know anything about it, and are making judgment calls on it. That's real professional there. In my experience, pros are open-minded, wait to see stuff, and make judgment calls based on that. But, you know.
Dad, do you want hugs from the stick girl?
Not right now. Stop breathing on me. Let's see here. Wolverine, I went to the up. Okay. What got you into YouTube? You know what it was? It was a lot of people, kind of like JST there, who were bad-mouthing some of the stuff from Harbor Freight. And specifically, it was the 12-inch sliding miter saw, the Chicago Electric. Understand, I've never said it's a pro saw. I said it's a decent DIYer saw. And that basically what you need to do is when you buy it, take it home, check it for square, and there's a lot of things a lot of people don't realize. There's a lot of things you can adjust on those things on any stationary tool. And in shipping, a lot of times they get a little loose and they get a little jarred. So you need to make sure it's square. If you get it all set up, check it for square, and it cuts square, it's going to be a great tool. There's some of them that are bad because the quality control back then wasn't that great. But the thing with Harbor Freight is you had 90 days to take it back, exchange it, get a new one. So if you got one, you did all that, didn't work, take it back, get a new one. And then you'd likely end up, worst case, you'd have to do it, twice, take them back. And it would suck. But the fact of the matter is, back then, this is 4 years ago, there was not another 12-inch sliding miter saw that was decent for under $450. So it was like, your choices were spend $450 or not get a 12-inch sliding miter saw. And I was trying to convince people that this thing was good, and so that's what got me started with YouTube. And it just, and I've kind of always had a creative side, so it was just a way to express some of that as well. Anyway, let's see here. I heard the crunch. Let's see here. Steve says, I'm trying to get a part-time job in the morning so I can be home while daughter Raw is at work. That is, yeah, I remember those days and trying to figure that kind of stuff out. Twins are coming for those Yanks. We're talking baseball. Where are the Icon boxes manufactured? The boxes themselves are assembled in China. A lot of the parts, though, I believe, come from Taiwan. So it's kind of a combination. Let's see here. Browns Rams 3-3.
I'll be super careful if I move them. Can I please have the ice cream sandwich?
No, that's not for you.
I run away now.
You better run away. Little girl's trying to get ice cream. There's a freezer next to me, and I've got welders sitting on it. She wants to move my welders. No. Niners in 3-0. All right, who thinks that Kaepernick's going to get a shot this year or ever again? Zaphiel, put up the list. Thanks, Zaf. That was really nice of you to do that. I should have done that. I was right there. Didn't think about it. Part of the problem is I'm using the keyboard on my laptop, and it's real frustrating because the space bar is broken. I got to just smash it. Over the summer, I had it sitting because I didn't have a regular monitor, so I had sitting in a small box to lift it up higher, and it sat there for 3 months, and apparently it drooped because it's one of these ultra thin, super thin gaming laptops. It still works, just the spacebar doesn't work, and I didn't notice it because I almost always use an external keyboard and mouse. Let's see here. G-Men got their first win. Grizz, how's it going? Resto says, I meant to say flex head ratchets. I'm really hoping they come out on the 30th. I love flex head ratchets. Good Traz says, your bear has some funny quirks when you use them even in the thumbnail. Yeah, he's a quirky little bear. I love the people who tell me that the animation isn't that good. I'm like, do you know how long it takes to do actually good animation rather than some easy, cheap mocap kind of stuff? I could put out a video every, 3 months. I love these people who are willing to critique, so I know about good animation. Well, if you know good animation, then you should know how long it takes. Let's see here. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about some of the other people who complain about it. Maintenance Man says, surprisingly, I only drink on live streams. Even more surprisingly is I've done some sober. This is me believing you. Josh Albertson. Hey, Bear. How's it going? Super Dave. Have to wrench early. You taking off, man? I hate that it jumps and does that. YouTube, if you're watching, stop making the chat jump like that. Where's your makeup person? You're looking a bit shiny. Well, the bear has the weekend off. He's got to get out and get his bear on, so I do the weekend stuff. Let's see here. Come on. Man, how far am I? I have the red glow from the icon tool chest. Well, I'm way behind. I'm sorry, guys. Holy cow, I'm behind. All right, we're gonna move fast here. Let's see here. Which means I can only read the ones that have the orange because you typed in at the Den of Tools. Make sure I saw it. Donna Russ says, I'm not in blue. I'm in white and brown scale. I have no idea what that means. Let's see here. I'm getting an electric bite. Well, I love electric bites. I'm really big in the whole electric kind of thing. Believe it or not, I would love to get a Tesla. Those Model X's, I'm a bigger guy. I like the Model S. It's a sleek car, but the Model X is probably easier for me. I don't talk about it a lot. I got psoriatic arthritis, and my knees are just shot. They're ornamental at this point. And so either that or that new pickup truck they're coming out with. Hey, Elon, if you want me to demo your new truck, I'd be happy to. Yeah, if you think I'm a Harbor Freight fanboy, you should hear me talk about Tesla. William Logan, the red. You know the red glow? It's actually not from the cabinet. It's when the lighting isn't quite as high as it should be. I think it picks up the capillaries in the skin. Belkin is a tool brand. I always think of them for the computer side there. Konami says, I live in Tampa. I cannot support the Buccaneers. Yes. You can't support the Buccaneers. Oh, that's too bad. I like Tampa, though. I like the Gulf side a lot better than the Atlantic side. Although I like the Keys the best. Just being honest. Let's see here. How is the wood lathe? Man, that wood lathe is well known as being one of the best bangs for the buck. If you scrounge around, you can find some of the older coupons that don't eliminate the central machinery. You can still use it on there. You go on any of the woodworking forums, and there's guys there who swear by those things. Apparently, it's a copy of an old jet lathe. It's a decent lathe. And again, this is, I should say this about any of the central machinery stuff. You go, you buy it, you take it home. Don't let it sit in a box. Break it out, set it up, adjust it, because you're going to have to. Cannot stress this enough for a lot of you new guys. Stationary tools need to be tuned before you use them. You don't just open the box and use it. It's not a toaster. And once you do that, if it works, great. If it doesn't work exactly right, take it back and get another one. Where's the money, Lebowski? Somebody else said that the other day. Where's my 45? I don't have a 45 here. Do it? No, I don't have any more 45s. I sold my last one. In the movie, he's got a 45. Let's see. Actually, it's the other guy. I don't know. Haven't seen that whole movie, to be honest. Evan says, I love the vegan so much. Joke you made about the M12 install drill. The front part will get in the way and the button's not... The front part, and I don't get why... Because it looks like a clone of the Festool. That's the funny thing. Is it's in the same... It's obviously with the adjustable attachments. It's in the same market as Festool. And then you put that front guard. You're making it look like a Festool. That's something Harbor Freight would pull. That's not something I expect from Milwaukee. I mean, it seems like a cool tool. It really does. And I've used the Festool stuff before, and the tools are excellent. But the price on the Festool is where I take issue. And that front guard on it, just on the Festool as well, just does not make any sense. It's for installation. Here's an offset. They put an offset chuck on it, or drill driver, so you can get into some odd places, and then they put this huge guard so it can hit against things so you can't. Gary from the UK, how's it going? I won't try my British accent on you, it's terrible. David said, heard any more about the revolving credit card from Harbor Freight? When will be available credit lines? I did a whole video on it. That's everything I know. End of first quarter 2020. Somebody made a funny joke. He said, I bet you can't tell what's coming next year because you don't have 2020 vision. Think about it. There's the bear. In this football stuff. They had 2 games this weekend.
Hello.
Killed it in one. Barely got edged out in the second one. The zebras were blind. They needed to go to Zenny Optical.
Exactly.
You in top chat or live chat?
We're in live chat. See? Live. Menards has more to give than Lowe's, with Formax and Tool Shop being the ones to go. So, Menards are great. I love Menards. I wish they were out west. I don't know what's taking them so long to expand. You can have the rest of the popcorn. Pick up the note. That's what Elle made. Leave the notes. Elle made those for me. Hand me that one. Where'd you do with it? Did you eat it again?
Where'd it go?
It probably went under the toolbox. We'll get it later. Can I no longer send links? Are you talking about in chat? There's something going on with chat. I don't know why it's doing this, but apparently nobody can post links in chat. Type in the link without the .com at the end, and then people can just cut and paste it. The old school workaround way. Eric, thank you for sharing my toolbox pick. That was taken right after the toolbox remodel 3 years ago. I'm ready for another remodel with the icon. I gotta tell you, I'm really thinking about taking that top box off there. I just don't need it for storage, and that's just not my method of operation. And I'm really thinking about welding up a stand for it and turning it into a workbench. We'll have to see. Hey, Bear.
Hey, okay. I'm gonna go.
Thanks to the big bear, he sacrificed his what do you call it? AC bridge. For those of you who know IT stuff, it's you plug one thing in your house, plug in another thing in your house, and it takes the computer signal and runs it through your house wires. So if it's a longer distance than your Wi-Fi would reach.
It's when you don't spend $30 on a better motherboard. Then you spend $200. That's definitely not what happened to me.
Bye, Felicia. Walt says, yes, had some head-to-head ergonomics test and drop. Most survived the 6-foot drop, but the 30-foot toss in air broke most of them. Oh, that's the drills. Yeah. I want to do the I'm gonna get the drone out. I'm gonna pick up one of those Milwaukee, the new. You know what? I'm not gonna say it anymore. Every time I say on these live streams a new tool thing that I'm gonna do, somebody does it. I said I was gonna do a whole thing on 12 volt tools. VCG does a thing on 12 volt tools. I said there was somebody else. I said that I was gonna do a video on, and somebody else, some other big tool channel did it. And they do it like the week after I say it. This is like 5 weeks in a row. It's not coincidence at this point. People are listening in, and I don't say it's those channels per se, but it may be fans of their channels then going to the other ones and going, hey, you should do this. Let's see here. Making stuff, break stuff, says I was thinking about doing a Bauer versus Ryobi drill head-to-head. What do you think? That is a good one. So many times I see people do this drill versus that drill, and this drill is $50 drill, the other drill is $150 drill, and one's a brushed and the other one's a brushless. It's like comparing a Honda to an F250. They're not comparable. Why are we seeing these comparisons? I don't get it. They're not smart comparisons. That's a smart comparison because Bauer is lined up directly with Ryobi. Now, make sure you get the Ryobi that's in its weight class. Think about boxing. You don't see a welterweight going up against a heavyweight. Make sure you're doing apples to apples. But yeah, that would be a great one. I'd like to see that, and maybe throw a Porter Cable in there.
Can I go use this on my outside floor?
Are you gonna be streaming?
No.
Just playing video games?
Pretty much, yeah.
No streaming videos.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Because it eats into our bandwidth too much.
Okay.
And then I go yellow here and people get all miffed. Next time you're in Montana, stop by Dillon, Montana. I work for the tire company. Would love to meet you. Anywhere from Impact sockets from Icon. I don't know, but I would have to guess that they're coming. It just seems like it would fall into that bailiwick. And yeah, what part of Montana is Dillon in? I get the feeling like I was there, like this summer. Flea markets. Which you get first, Bauer half-inch drill driver or the Bauer impact driver? If you're a mechanic, get the... the drill driver is the impact. Get the drill driver. It's more versatile. Really, you need to get both. Because I like to have both because then I can use the drill driver for pilot holes. Is Icon going to release flex head ratchets? If so, will they go to larger sizes? Don't know. Hope so. And hope so. Sorry. I'm not really talking to the tool guys a lot. I'll be honest. I'm leaving that. I'm trying to leave stuff for other people to talk about, really. And so I haven't been pushing on Harbor Freight to tell me a whole lot about the Icon tools. Miss Canadian Scrappers in Ontario. I've always wanted to go to Ontario. That's where they have the is it the Parliament buildings on the river where they have the copper roofs? They're all tarnished and stuff. Thinking that's Ontario. If so, looks beautiful. Is that the walled city? It's very like the Paris of North America. Seems like every town's the Paris of this. I live in the Paris of the desert. Oh, watch Las Vegas start using that line. Ronald says, I want to see the llama. Just kidding. I want to see your little girl hug you and take care of you. She does take such good care of you. She's just like her mama like that. And she's got a llama around here somewhere. She loves the llama. Bear, what's your honest comment for diehard Snap-on fanboys and talk smack on Harbor Freight? If you haven't tried the tool, you're just exposing yourself for being an idiot saying the tool's going to suck or the cabinet or whatever. It's just ridiculousness and not. I mean, I'm stunned that I have to explain to some of these fanboys. I'm like, you are an adult, right? I'm talking to a grown man here. In many cases, having explained to them that you can't just say something's bad and expect that you've never tried, seen, tested, looked at, seen in person, you know nothing about other than it comes from Harbor Freight, and you're like, well, that's going to suck. And I'm supposed to take you seriously? Really? You know, it's the same thing, and I get it. I just had somebody call me a Milwaukee fanboy today. It was so funny. And if you say anything that somebody doesn't like and they're a fanboy, that they just go off on you. They don't use any logic. You know, which makes me, honestly, I hate to say it, makes me worry about the democratic system. You know, even though we're a republic, we're a democratic republic, and it's really just, you know, high school all over again. Who gets to be a popular kid coming up with the good soundbite quotes? But it's just really exposing people for their lack of understanding of critical thinking, thought process. Like, well, Harbor Freight can't make that tool. They can't make a good tool. Harbor Freight doesn't make anything. That's like saying Sears can't sell something, can't make something good. Sears never made anything. Half of Snap-on's tools are somebody else's tools rebranded. Oh my gosh. How's the Harbor Freight lathe? I already answered that one. It's good. Go look on wood shop forums or whatever. Sawdust. I can't remember what it's called. Lumberjockeys. That's my favorite one. Whoa, and I skipped again. All right. It's a copy of an old jet, and is it bulletproof? Yeah, you could probably shoot it. Speaking of which, no, I'm not gonna tell you. Somebody will copy me. Hope the bear's feeling better after eating all those lawyers. Oh man, he had a bad stomach after that. Let's see here. Come down to Central Florida. There's lots of them down there. Man, Vegas. I've lived so long in cities where you can't where lawyers can't advertise, and Vegas is just like billboard. My brother, he's actually my brother-in-law, but I just call him my brother because that's what it feels like. And he was in town, and he's a U.S. Marine transferring to the East Coast, and he was like driving around. He's been here before, and it still hit him. He's like, "Is this city run by like, was it personal injury lawyers?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think it is actually." E-bikes are great for bad knees. Pedal as far as you can, flip the switch, and zoom away. They are great, man. I love them. I really do, and I'm a huge fan of the whole electrical thing. I think we're gonna all end up electric. And if you're like, I like gas engines, I like the roar, I'm like, then you must not like torque, because electric motors are the king of torque. What charcoal brand do you recommend? I don't use charcoal. I use gas for grilling, and I use actual like wood. Depending on the wood, if I'm gonna smoke something. So I don't ever use charcoal. DSM Chump, Red, I like, what's your honest comment? Oh, we already talked about that one. I'm digging the garage setting. I just wish it was a little cooler in here. It's gonna be a couple weeks, it'll be nice and cool. 1x30 belt sander, worth looking at. It's not bad. There's a lot of guys, especially a lot of knife makers who use it. And there's a whole bunch of them out there, and they all make it's almost exactly the same as like the Grizzly or something like that. Get it when it's on sale. Go to Harbor Freight coupon database. Check the coupons out there. Get the lowest price on it. You may have to tune it up again. Even though it's small, it's still a stationary tool. But for what it is, and it's a tiny little sander, it's a nice little detail sander. And there's a lot of great hacks for it, too. I expect the garage door's going to open up here in a second. I hear a car. Oh, wait. She doesn't have the garage door opener. She has to go around. I like how the Cubs checking in on you. Oh, if we're on the top or left. Good grief, dog. You know the sound of that car. You know who it is. You know who it is. Come here. You know it's Mama. Come here. Come. Get over here. Oh, go get her. Oh. Menards isn't in East Georgia. Really? That's weird. What's your auto parts store of choice? That's a good question. Oh, boy. I like Napa, but Napa tends to be secluded. There's not as many of them. Depends on the part I'm looking for. If I'm looking for serious car parts, like I'm going to fix an engine or something, or I'll go to Napa. If I'm looking for like a brake light or something like that, or a wheel cover or something, I'll go to AutoZone. I might go to O'Reilly's. Honestly, I usually avoid O'Reilly's and I avoid Cub Scouts. What's the other one? Western Auto. It's got like 3 or 4 different. Come here, say hi to everyone.
Hi, where did
Lean
Duncan
in.
go?
Lean in. Say hi.
Hi.
What were you doing today?
Selling popcorn.
Did you meet your goal?
No, but I'm very close.
Woohoo! All right.
Where did Duncan go?
And Elle made her goal yesterday, right?
Yep.
Okay. He's probably upstairs. They might be in the backyard. They were messing around in the fort out back. They built a fort in the backyard. Their goal is they want to sell $2,500 worth of popcorn this year for Scouts. The girl got her goal yesterday, and he's real close to getting his. I know I'm behind. Hello from Waco, Kentucky. I miss Kentucky. I do. Hello, Tool Bear. Say icon 3 times in the dark, and a bear will appear. Justin Dow in the house, man. How's it going? What was the video? You did a video just recently I really liked. Like one of your last videos. I can't remember what it was. It was it was a smart video. I really liked it. AC adapters are okay in the short term. They're not great. They definitely aren't, but they are a decent workaround at times. Can you hook me up with an Icon torque wrench? I can't even find my Icon torque wrench. It's in here somewhere. I know it came back from Montana. I think it came back from Montana. VCG got a big tool deal with Ohio Power Tool. Did they really? That's great. Then it seems like oh no, I was thinking of Acme Tool. I would have expected they would have got a deal from Acme Tool, huh? Jesse King says, we'll see you shortly. Jennifer White Wolf got to run phone names. Jennifer, how did I miss you before? Jess says, we closed up the scout shop. We're headed home. I am that far behind. Menards has it where you buy this pack of 2 20-volt, 2 ampere batteries and charger and get the tool free. It's Craftsman. That's pretty cool. I think I've seen that deal before. Sounds like it's a little bit of time for misdirection. Heavens knows those clowns in DC are doing all the freaking time. Boy, that's for sure. Let's see here. Icon has all the flex ratchets. They do have flex ratchets. I have the 3/8 flex ratchet. Ow. And apparently I blocked that drawer. Never mind. My microphone is planted next to it. Hey, how you doing? Looking very scouty.
Hey.
You didn't bring a chair out?
Probably should get it out of the back of the truck.
Well, you can just, the office chair, you can just wheel it out here. That's what I figured you could do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Love ya. Missed you.
Love you too.
Hey, love you, little guy.
Missed everybody else too. I don't know where the camera is, so I'm kind of looking everywhere.
It's the one with the white parentheses around it right there.
Thanks for calling me out.
Hi.
You're welcome. Can Bauer pick up the slack in the cordless grease gun arena? I'd love it, man. I gotta tell you, I used the inexpensive grease gun from Harbor Freight, and that might be my least favorite tool from there. I want to get some tannerite, packet full of tannerite. Ooh, that's a good idea. Better not say anything. Let's see here. Really interested if Harbor Freight will update their scan tools versus Snap-on or Bosch. Check out is it Alcatel? Is that the other one out there? That's the one that all the independent guys swear by. Icon has been developing flex head ratchets. They're in the process of making flex head ratcheting wrenches and making a longer flex. See, there you go, Justin Dow. As I said, he's more in depth with the tool guys. However, Freight, if you're watching, please send Justin a U.S. or not U.S. General, an Icon cabinet so he's got the U.S. General. I think it's a 56 he got, right, Justin? I'd love to see him compare it head to head, or you can send me a U.S. General. We could do both. How about that? Da, da, da. I'd like to see the Ryobi test against another budget brand. The only Ryobi videos I see are by green Kool-Aid drinkers. Boy, I'm a member of the Ryobi Tool Group on Facebook, and boy, you talk about some Kool-Aid drinkers. You know what's funny is for all the negative stuff I've said against Snap-on, and I've said quite a bit, and mostly it's about the company. I've never actually said anything negative about the tools. I think the tools are fine. I just don't think they're, the end-all be-all of tools. There are other tools companies out there that are better, and these guys just won't admit it. So, I just completely forgot where I was going with that. With the fanboys. But when I mentioned that the Harbor Freight cabinet might be better, or as good or better, boy, like kicking a hornet's nest, man. You can't say anything about their cabinets. Somebody spends $10,000 on a cabinet, and boy, they're telling me prices like they think I'm their wife. Like, I only paid $2,000 for this $15,000 cabinet. Right. Got a picture of that receipt? No? Oh, funny that. I was in the market. I get a circus. I remember an angle grinder and jigsaw being the other ones I can remember. Let's see here. Den Tools, why not compare Capri to Tekton Tools? Man, are you the one who somebody keeps asking me for Capri? I'm going to get around to it. I'm going to do it. I promise. Chris Parenti, Cubs Fun, $4.99. I'll let him know. Sorry, I left the gong in the other room. Maybe when the missus comes out, she'll bring it. All right. I think we're getting close to being caught. No, Chaka, how'd I miss this? Ryobi is trash, in my opinion. Hey, Chaka, how's it going? Are you still in Vegas? We're going to do a get-together for... I thought you were moving or something, but we're going to be doing a get-together for... what do you call it? SEMA. So... Actually, I'd like to do a get-together. Maybe we should do it like earlier with all the viewers who are in Vegas. Go out and maybe meet up one of the casinos and grab some drinks and see if we can break the bank on the slots there. Age 16 knurling is superior to all other grip tights, Nick Hoffman says. I'll have to check that out. Maybe it comes from my my love of firearms and stuff. So,
Whoa.
Did you bring me dinner? Oh, please tell me you brought me dinner.
It's like that, but not.
Well, you're way down there.
Yes, I'm
Hi.
going to be a midget.
You are. Here,
Oh,
we'll,
okay.
we'll do this.
Whoa.
I was actually expecting you were going to be on the other side. Isn't
Okay,
that
well,
room
I
for you?
can-
Lee? Well, that's why I got the microphone over here, so it can be between us.
Yep.
That's chicken. Apparently not
He's going to become a rug live on TV.
Chick-fil-A levels of service around here, that's for sure. Da da da. Da da da.
I'm going to be welded to death.
Remember, you got to put in the Den Tools. Move your foot and I'll back it up here.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You don't know.
Move that there. There we go. We'll move this over here.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll tilt like that so we can see the missus. There she is. Hi. Sorry, my seat's just way higher than hers. Actually, I need to tilt that up so I can see it, and then we'll tilt the camera down. There we go. All right. Hickory mesquite wood chips work great. Yes, they do. Home handyman in the den tonight. Apparently, my vocabulary isn't. And hey, Wolfie, I didn't see you before. Wolfie says, 210 peepers, only 54 paws up. Get the paws in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And then smash that like button. Thank you so much. Taste the meat, not the heat. Also, you know what? Someone's got to say it. Come on. That's what she said.
Yeah, my brain's fried.
She has been selling popcorn with the little bear all day long, kicking butt,
Yeah.
taking orders.
Being
G.
scouted.
Bailey says, okay, I saw it as orange on your end. Oops, first timer here. Where can I find your email or phone number to contact you? I prefer phone just for business contacts, or I'd be getting flooded. But my email is red@thedenofTools.com. Mike D says, I like the Win belt sander. Is that the combination one that's got the 4-inch with the disc in front? Because, man, that's just like there's all sorts of those. But Win does make a lot of decent tools. I gotta say, if Brad's Workbench were here, I know he'd tell you that the digital drill is probably the best one you can get. That was it. It was Wranglestar. I was talking about getting in one of those Win drills. Next thing I know, poof, he gets a Win drill. And if he watches my videos, I think that's great because I'm a huge fan of his. He's been all over, but he's been around for... I'd say he's been all over the spectrum as to what he covers and what his videos are about and stuff. But, he just seems like a good and genuine guy just trying to, figure out how this whole YouTube thing works. Just like the rest of us.
The lighting is terrible. I apologize. I'm not sunburned. I'm not red. It's just
the low light because we're doing this test here with the... Oh, it's blinking. I think it's going to die here shortly.
Did you see if the overhead is on?
The overhead that's in the shop, we don't have any shop lights put in. As I said, we only moved in here a month ago. Is all the way at the back. There's a light right here, but you got to open the garage door and then shut it for it to turn on.
Anyways, there's adults here.
Yes. Kick Cubs off, going in and out. On is now. Why don't you say hi to everyone?
Hello.
And I'm going to...
I think I know why I told Griffin he could watch something.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm tired.
Echo says, you ship, I'll buy popcorn.
The good news is there's no shipping fees.
There was a link last time. I don't have the link here. We're going to have to figure it out.
I will figure out the new link situation, and I will... Can I put it in the comments?
Yes. Hold on. I got to zip through these comments and get caught up because we're way behind. Got to get out, bud. Be safe. Everyone have a good night. Mr. Something Basic. Hey, man. Sorry I missed you. Take care. I swear to work at Napa, he must be over 40, grumpy, permanently inconvenienced when asked to see Carl tools off the back wall. Truer words never spoken. O'Reilly's and Pep Boys really suck. My experience of 50 years in wrenching. Pep Boys is pretty bad, man. There's like dust on all the tools and stuff. Nobody I don't think goes in there to buy tools. I think people just go there for service. Because they have service bays. They can do tire changes and brakes and stuff. You miss Kentucky and Michigan. Seems like you miss everywhere. I do. Yeah, I miss it being green. And I have fond memories. So, hello from Roswell, New Mexico. Looks like one of the aliens got out. Yay! No, it's Tony. How's it going, man? How you liking the Icon box? I love it. The only problem with it is it's not big enough. That's a toolbox joke. Everyone, as soon as you get one, you want the next size up. It's... Ow!
Sorry, forgot.
I don't know if you could see my arm.
Yep.
There you go. And
Proof that I beat him. I mean, he assembles tools. And
that's
toolboxes.
from lifting that top part onto the up. So I had it like this on the handles, but I wasn't tall enough with full extension, so I had to get my arms underneath it. And when I went like this, it came down, and it just went boom, boom, boom down my arm. Oh, both arms actually. It was awesome.
It looks really attractive.
Yeah.
It's very sexy.
Daughter Ross says hi.
Hey!
William says hi. William Logan. Lucky Driver's in the house. How's it going? Taffy 075s, can you shout out my TikTok? Check out Taffy's TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I like TikTok. There's some fun stuff on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Nick Hoffman, some Daka from Angry Orcs. I don't know if he speaks that language, Nick. Daka.
Weren't you going away?
I am. I'm going. I'm just... Justin Dow is a good guy. Mark, don't say horrible things about Justin like that. HFT already has an Autel lineup under the new Zeus platform. There you go. Ronald Smith says you're going to have to move the camera over to the right so when Mrs. Bear sits down next to you, you'll be able to see her in frame. I know she likes to lay on you. Yes, she does. Whenever I try to do a long comment, it goes away and won't show up in the live chat. I'm sorry. I have no idea why.
I could hear on the way home you were talking about how people are having issues with links.
Yeah,
And
I think I got to fix something in the...
I don't think it's you. I think it's YouTube, because I was watching another live stream and I was trying to share a link to a financial institution that offers matching for youth accounts. And it wouldn't allow me to post the link either.
Oh my gosh. We're trying to catch up here. You're too slow.
You are
Gotta
the
talk faster.
longest talker in America. Lightning, strike him. Leave me alone.
Let's see here. That's an edge. Oh, I lived in the hood. I know how to do that. Down for some Texas Hold'em. I would love that. Heck with the gong. Doesn't Harbor Freight sell a cowbell? I had one. Left it. Brad's workbench supplied it, which is comment right below you. Hey, Brad. And we left it in Montana.
And we haven't gone there to get it.
Heard the Vulcan and Titanium will be coming out with a plasma cutter. I know the Titanium's coming out with a plasma cutter. I would assume that there's going to be a Vulcan one as well. Are you enjoying the Icon box? I certainly am. They need some Icon shop chairs. Yes, they do. That would be awesome. Miss Barry looked a bit sunburned. It's just the low light. There's room to sleep in that box, I found out. The Duncan did sleep in the box. This may sound
Did someone
nutty.
purchase it and then their wife made them sleep in it? Because
Nice. This may sound nutty, but I was just thinking it would be nice if Hercules or Bauer would come out with kitchen appliances that run off their current bag. People have said that before. I would love to see the Bauer line come out with some, like the hand mixer ones, stuff like that.
That'd be really cool.
Or the egg beater kind of thing. Harbor Freight is straight up equipped. DIYers and fledgling business owners equipped with equipment they would never have been able to afford otherwise. Changed my mind. Tom, that's one of the biggest things I keep telling you. People are like, well, you need to buy American, so it costs so much more that nobody can afford it. Whereas Harbor Freight is enabling small businesses, and I'm a huge small business advocate.
Yeah. Thank you, DR Falcon.
Daughter Rod just shared the email address, red@thedenatools.com. Daughter Rod, thank you so much. Max Reedy says U.S. General 56 side drawers, cabinets for stationary workbench tools, storage setup, or 244s. That's all about your method of operation. It's a personal preference, man. Nick Hoffman, to all those who dare dislike the bear, long and painful waits you in the hands of the Inquisition.
That's
and
right.
the burning flame of the Emperor. Rangosaur makes me feel like a genius. Don't say that. He's a good guy. He has his moments. We all do.
There is a hound behind us.
Is there reflection off the Icon toolbox? No. Let's see here. I bought a hammer to hit the like button, but it broke. Could not get a warranty, so I had to go over Harbor Freight. Job done. Tractor Supply have a cordless grease gun. All you have to do is install your drill. It's almost a direct copy of the Makita. That's a smart idea. I may have to pick that up. Time to acknowledge the mods. We just did a few minutes ago.
Hey, Justin Dow, good night.
But thank you to all our mods. Those are the ones dressed in blue with the wrench next to them. By the way, that's an Icon wrench. So anyway, just want to say thank you for all the work you do and help and support the channel. Also, make sure that if you're a viewer, check out their channel. A lot of them are creators in their own right. Maybe watch a video, throw them a thumbs up as a way to say thank you. And maybe you'll find someone new to like, watch, and subscribe to. How many people can fit in the den is the real question. That is a good question. Wow, wish Icon would send me free stuff. Why didn't I heard somebody emailed them a couple months ago, heard the Icon stuff was coming out, said, hey, I'd like to be a beta tester, and they send them some tools. Apparently it's that easy.
Same thing with couponing.
I figured the battery-powered equipment would come in handy when working remotely. Let's see here. Go break a safety light beam of garage opener to kick the lights on. It doesn't work in here. There is no safety beam.
There isn't, I know, because I actually closed the garage door on something recently.
I totally agree. After I got my Craftsman box, I wanted a bigger one. It's like buying a gun safe. The second you get it, you're like, ooh, I need a bigger one. Battery-powered kitchen equipment, that is. Yes, it is. Hello from Wilburton, Oklahoma, where the wind goes sweeping down the plains. Ron Smith says, since the weather's supposed to get cooler, are you ready for the big snowstorm that's going to be coming real soon? Like last year, keep the polar bear away. I'd love for some winter weather about now, let me tell you. First threat of a bearskin rug incoming. What's that?
You know where they have winter weather?
In Montana?
Montana.
I don't want to live there. I want it to come and visit and go away.
Right, we could go and visit and then go away.
Bauer needs to come out with a cordless multi-tool. Yes, they do. Pretty sure one's coming. Mrs. Bear, what are we eating? A whole bunch of not for me.
Yep.
You should put your email somewhere on your screen. You're right, Steve. We talked about it last week. I was supposed to do it. I didn't. Harbor Freight needs to come out with a coffee maker. Yes, they do. I'd love to see them compete against the Makita. Pep Boys, pretty good deals on tires when they do. You know, that's when I have to buy tires. I look for who has the best deal that weekend. Let's see here.
Brad's Workbench would like Harbor Freight to bring back the joiner.
Yes, and I think that might happen. Some people prefer Ryobi stick vac over the Dyson. Comes with a wall charger. Some people like getting kicked in the... No, I'm teasing. It's a lot cheaper, I'm sure.
I'm inhaling chicken.
My wrench is made of fabric. I just noticed that you're about to hit 50K subs. So excited for you. I'm actually pretty excited. I haven't gotten way excited about a lot of milestones, but that's a pretty significant milestone. So I'm going to try and do something special this week to commemorate that. I've got a dash cam that a company that was completely shifty and not worth buying. So I'm going to... Anyway, they're unscrupulous?
Yes.
They have no ethics. And they're scam artists is what they are. So we're going to do a very interesting evaluation of their dash cam.
Do you think, like, YouTube's going to send you, like, half of a play button?
Hunter says, half a play button. Is that a Boy Scout shirt? Icon versus Pittsburgh. It is.
It is.
It even still says Boy Scouts on it.
It does still say Boy Scouts.
Best Buy call, blah, 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 blah. I got my first comment ever telling me I shouldn't curse in my videos. It gave me a chuckle. Brad, you shouldn't. It was probably your mother. I'm just teasing. Is the Snap-on digital torque wrench worth dumping almost $700 on? No. There's plenty other... you don't have to buy the Harbor Freight one. There's plenty of other digital torque wrenches that'll do just as good a job. Mount of Olives, best side-by-side review of the Icon sockets I've ever seen on YouTube. Mr. Subaru. I've seen Mr. Subaru. Is he here tonight? He's been around here. That was a good video. What did Mrs. Bear squish? I don't know what she squished. The missing Tillman wrenches are turned into moderator blue wrenches. She's eating little chicken bites from the deli because they were in front of a Smith's grocery store. Is the vacation section dead? The whole website needs to get revamped. Oh. How did you do that?
It's like your wife has mad skills.
How did you do that? Oh, there's a little button.
There's
There's a little tiny button. I wonder
It's not going to stay on forever, but...
Oh.
my gosh.
Daughter Raw wants to know that they had deep fried fungus and mozzarella bites tonight. I told her yes on the cheese and no on the fungus.
My gosh, yes on the cheese and the fungus. So I'm having tiny chair syndrome.
Do you get a plaque at 50K? No.
Unless one of you wants to make us one.
Yeah, the kids keep telling me I should make a paper one or a wood one or something.
That'd be kind of fun.
I wish I had my 3D printer set up. I'd 3D print one. Isn't it super hot in that garage? No, it's just a little muggy, actually. See if Capri will send you some free tools to test. That's a good idea. There is a vibrating child in the background.
That would be the Labrador.
I think there was one. Antonio's in the house. How's it going, man?
There was.
Was
Someone
there?
had a bathroom emergency.
Oh, and the door was...
Yes.
I think a plaque at 500K. No, it's at... you get one at 100, and then I think you get one at 1 million, and then... I don't know, maybe there is a 500. But I know the first plaque, you don't get the first plaque until you get 100,000. At 100,000, you're like a real YouTube channel. Cowbell play button, that would be cute.
Daughter of Ra, you're right. It was Griffin.
Tahoe Jimbo says, Mr. Bear, I'm in the market for an air compressor. I feel I should get one with at least 20 gallons, so I'm not limiting my potential tool selection. It isn't that much more, right? It isn't that much more, but man, unless you're doing like body work and you need those kind of specialty tools that you really only see in air tools, is there really anything that you can't get in a corded or cordless? And I say corded because if you got an air line plugged into it, you might as well have a power line plugged into it. There really isn't that much out there anymore that can't be replaced with other than like paint guns. Now, if you have a specific paint gun you want to use, then you have to buy the right air compressor for it. Other than that, man, I think a 2-gallon or less is where it's at. It was Griffin. Thank you,
Yes.
daughter.
I already said that.
Mrs. Bear said, "Let there be light," and it was good.
That's right.
Ronnie says, "Good luck with scouting. I was a scout leader for 12 years when my cub was younger." Thank you so much.
It has been really a cool experience meeting other parents who came before us, stopping at our popcorn selling booth and just saying, "Hey, my kid is 40 or my kid is 50 and I spent 23 years doing it." So thank you to everyone who did scouting before us. I am truly grateful.
Antonio says 100,000, 500,000, 1 million, 5 million, and apparently there's a 100 million PewDiePie just got.
We're going to get that one next week.
Yeah,
Right?
sure. Any news on the Icon tool cart, and is it going to be full of drawers? It's full of drawers. Sorry, 2001 reference. No word. I haven't heard anything about an Icon cart. I think they're just looking into it at this point. CDI Torque is owned by Snap-on, and they sell torque wrenches for under $200. No digital, though.
Nick, there is no link.
BKD70 says, if you ever want to use a sandblaster of any size at all, you'll wish you had more than 20 gallons. I'll tell you what, I used to have the Harbor Freight 21 gallon, the black one, and I used a sandblaster quite frequently with that, but I used it on small projects, and I was able to get by just fine, but they were small. Like I did like firearms and stuff like that and tools. No like large body work or anything like that. Yeah, if you're going to put in a link, do it like type in the link, then use parentheses and put @ in it, and then write out parentheses, dot, parentheses, then COM. That way we can at least cut and paste it, even if it won't be clickable.
Sorry, Princess is not feeling very good, so she has to go take more medicine.
I don't want to cough.
She unfortunately
I still
has
wanna
caught
hug.
what I have. I have been sick for about a week, and the cough will not
I
quit.
feel terrible, and I've been taking meds every 4 hours.
That's right. Like good Princess Fodder shit.
I'm
Go
not going to
on.
bite you, you're infected.
I'm hungry also. So.
Not joking, you had to look into how many PewDiePie had. Yeah, well, I've got kids, so they tell me. Matt
Good
Portersky,
evening, Matt.
how's it going? Brad's Workbench says, I got kicked out of Boy Scouts for getting into a single fight. I mean, come on. Oh, first fighting in Boy Scouts, then cursing on your channel. Man, we're going to have to cut ties with Brad's Workbench. Made Eagle in 81. John, congrats. That's quite an accomplishment.
I met a lot of eagles, and even one of the moms who stopped by yesterday and bought popcorn brought her 2 Eagle Scouts today to meet our young scouts.
Arson asks, any update on the Hercules line, and will there be brushless? October 1. I got a whole video I was planning to release, and I'm going to do this week or next week just talking all about it. I got the full 411 on it. The brushless stuff is not going to be, I don't think will be at launch. There is brushless stuff coming.
Nick, still no link, honey.
No, sorry. Let's see here. It all went downhill after that fight. Forgive my subject change from tools to storage, but I'm curious about what looks like storage system over your garage door. Tell me your setup. Oh, this is not my setup. So this is a rental house, and
It's pretty cool, though.
It's YouTube, U channel, and right angle channel steel that they just actually it's like the kind of steel you'd use for what do you call it?
Shelves.
No, studs for doing steel stud, like office housing kind of stuff, and they just cut it to length and bolted it together, but there is a lot of storage in this garage. Let me see if I can show you guys some of it. So, we got this storage directly above us.
You're going to make everyone.
I know, I'm trying to move slow, and it's on both sides. And then there's also storage on the walls there. You can see right there, there's different kind of square tubing,
Yep.
and that's on both sides as well. There's a lot of storage in this garage.
Yep, which is good because we
Yep.
have a lot of stuff.
I have a cordless. Where'd it go? Oh, we already talked about it.
Yeah. And I think Brad's saying that the person he had a fight with in Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, is now a good friend.
Donald Ross says, I'm not one of his subscribers.
I don't know.
Oh, Den of Tool, or I mean, not Den of Tools, Brad's Workbench. Your soy boy latte comment almost made me spit my morning coffee. I was making the new Milwaukee looks a lot like the Festool, and I always joke that everyone who uses Festool is always, I only work with organically grown, vintage hardwoods, while wearing my skinny jeans and drinking a soy vegan mocha latte.
Mm-hmm.
Half cream, half froth.
Right. Yep.
Any brushless Bauer coming? I would guess that there is. They haven't told me specifically. Light gauge metal framing. Thank you. That stuff didn't get popular until I was really out of the carpentry business. Everyone knocks the Ryobi. Just bought the 18 gauge. The nailers, man. The nailers from Ryobi are actually pretty nice. I will say this. Nick Hoffman says, did that work?
Show Dad first.
I don't see anything, Nick.
Yeah,
I was
it's still
gonna
not
say
happening.
This is an unusual one to show it.
No, that's creepy.
I showed it?
You're very creative, but no thank you.
Wow. I feel offended.
Gear Jammer says, I mainly shop at Harbor Freight just to get the free flashlight things. All right. Now, what was I just off to do? I said I was
Talk
going
to the children about the...
the streaming. All right. I'll be back.
To the internets. Welcome to an evening with me in my storage. Did we get another card this week? We did not get another card. I don't know what's going on because normally it doesn't take super long for things to arrive. I will double check that Jeff did not receive it and somehow not share that news with me because then he would be in the bear doghouse. An evening with me in my storage. That's right, Antonio. Yeah, I wish that I was a little more organized. And I also wish that I had less stuff. But, I think that's pretty much it. Yes, the uniform, Zafiel, yes. It is not fitted, but it works. And I'm hoping to get a different shirt for the next few events. But it worked really great. And the kids had a blast. Unfortunately, Eleanor is not feeling well. But Griffin is an excellent salesman. They're all pretty good at it. Hey, Steven. Hey, Rodney. I'm sorry I'm still so congested. I don't quite sound like a man as much, but still pretty congested. Neil, we are doing a stream my next break home. Just us, and you will need the drill and impact of your choosing. Nice. I think that Nick is still trying to... Not Nick. Who's trying to put a link? Yes. Our children's name, Sauerkraut, says your children's names are Eleanor and Griffin. Yep, it's Griffin with an I-N, and Denkin is our oldest. Yep. Oh my gosh, David Mills, I am so sorry to hear that your family has been sick for 3 weeks. I have had it for 1 week, and I was really hoping that I would be the only one. But yesterday, Miss Eleanor came down with it. Why are you giving me the look?
Because you're in my seat.
Well, that's because I'm your
You're a
wife.
seat thief.
And just so you know, it's not your seat. It's my seat. Really? Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'll do it to her too.
You should be laying down. Did you take your meds?
Yeah, I almost took them, and then I realized, wait, I took my allergy meds when I took them, which means I already took them.
Okay. Go lay down.
I want food, I'm hungry.
Okay. Apparently she wants me to feed her.
No food.
Anyways, go on.
Go have some more
Goodbye.
grapes.
Go eat.
I don't like grapes.
She doesn't like grapes. So
Communist.
yes, I am sorry to hear that your kiddos are sick or your family's sick. It is going on week 2, and I was so sick I could not take Griffin to his job last week, which pretty much I have to be dying. So I just think if I just sit here, you'll just keep rubbing my shoulders, so I'm not gonna move. Is that what's happening? Yes, I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's poking me. He's gonna stick his finger in my ear. Okay. So apparently I have to give him his seat back. Have a good night, Lucky 13 driver. Did you feed the children?
No. Wait, did you ask if I beat the children? Yes, I did beat the children.
Feed the children.
No, I did not feed the children.
Why?
Dog got fed.
Great. The dog got fed. Children.
I figured
no.
you were at a grocery store. You would be bringing home food.
I don't know if you know this, but I was working at said grocery store location.
Brad's workbench. You wonderful people have a good night, except for what just happened? Except Milky Way, he needs to have a horrible night. Okay.
Oh wow.
Messages are life, or massages, I guess, if I know how to read. Nick, I did see that. I didn't get a chance to try it because there was somebody else sitting in my seat.
Whatever. Someone else, just the person that gave birth to your children.
Allegedly.
Oh, not allegedly. I was there. I absolutely know I did. All 9 billion pounds of them.
All right. What is that? Is there supposed to be a .com on the end of that? Sorry, the website SPF Photo App Global cannot be found. It was a Cox result. So, no, that did not work. Now the stream can get caught up. Nice. Not sure if I ever said thanks for the postcard. Just came across again the other day. No worries, man. I still gotta get that planer out to you. I feel bad. I am terrible about sending stuff out. I really am. And the wife isn't much better, but she is better than I am, so just be glad it got to you. Evening with Mrs. That means the bear got turned into a rug. Ha! Can't keep me a rug for long. Let's pull this out here a little further. There we go. Look, it's Heidi from Tim the Toolman. She is my Heidi. Apparently that's not the controls for this. All right. Oh, man, I absolutely hate the way that jumps. Eric says, I love cordless tools a lot, but they can't replace an air hammer. Love my Ingersoll Rod. I mean, yeah, that's one of those specialty tools where if you're using a tool like that, you just got to have it. Reynolds says, I'm an old Boy Scout from 341 in Castleberry, Florida. Support all scouting events when I can. Used to be a den leader, Cub Scouts, and that job I was. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's like herding cats, but it's a lot of fun. Remember when Duralast changed manufacturing? That was the last hard hit. The older Duralast tools were far better. They were. Duralast, apparently, my understanding is they changed the manufacturing to make the tools worse so that pros wouldn't use them. I'm trying to see if that's a bug in my drink. Pretty sure it is. Come here. Swim over this way. Alright, well, so much for that drink. A big old fly is in it. Awesome. Protein. Children can make food. They should. Where they can be food. I bought the Husky adjustable height work table Justin Dow had in his Home Depot walkthrough. I like it a lot. They had another one that was white. It was on. I think it was still that that light wood, but on white pedestals that was longer and had 2 drawers like you'd see in a mechanic's tool cart. Very slimline drawers. And it was adjustable height, and it was $200. That was a few months ago. I really wanted to get one, and I was hoping to get one when I got back, and now I can't find them anywhere. All right, let's try this again. So, Nick, this link, is there supposed to be a .com at the end? I'm thinking. I don't know. Let's try and load. Doesn't look like it's loading. When I become a real pro, I'll trade up. My day job is paying the bills just fine, though. Let's see here. Hiram's in the house. How's it going? Man, you're right about using WD-40 for rust. It's using imitation navel jelly from Napa. It is... WD-40 has a lot of good uses. I think it's most useful as a cleaning product. But it works for light rust as well. And a few other things. But yeah, it's just not... It's not a lubricant. 4 a.m. camper in the house, or keeper. I keep thinking it's camper. My dyslexia kicking in. Soon to be... What are you going to change it to? Like, this guy's garage? Sauerkraut's in the house. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, that's a big link there. Let's try this again. Oops. Don't want all that. What is going on with my mouse clickiness? It's not wanting to work. Alright. I'll try it again. What's up, little princess girl? Nope, that didn't work either. Photos, google.com, photos. Oh. I bet I know what's wrong. HTTP shift. Sorry, guys. : whack whack. You don't have to take all the dots out. Just the part that's like .com at the end or whatever. I think it's photos.google.com/photos. That was close. Oh, wait. Why did I put that in there?
Because you're a man.
You don't know.
I don't. Haven't a clue. You're a bear.
Roar.
And I apologize. I was dying in my scout shirt.
I don't know. I can't get it to work. Bear, what do you recommend for a nailer non-air compressed support? Thanks for your advice. You're talking about like battery powered? Ryobi. For an inexpensive one. For like the high end ones, I don't know. But for the battery powered ones, if I was going to buy a 20/18 volt system, it'd be the Ryobi. Dan says, love scouting. I'm an Eagle and so are my two sons. Congratulations. Not real happy with the latest changes. You know, we got a girl in scouting and I'm actually happy about that. I actually had an old woman come up to me and go, I just have to tell you, I'm sick, just sick, that they've allowed girls in scouting. I'm like, Girl Scouts is cool and all, but they don't get to do all the cool stuff that Boy Scouts do, from what I've seen. You know, and, you know, my daughter's wasn't interested in the stuff they were talking about doing. She wanted to go out with the boys and go camping and hiking and shoot BB guns, you know, skin a gopher and stuff like that.
And some choose to do both.
Yeah.
Being Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts.
And she can be, you know, as girly girl as the next, but she's still, you know, she's got two brothers. She's ready to run with the boys, and I don't have a problem with that.
And they do separate them when they get older.
Yeah, once you get out of Cub Scouts and Webelos, once you go into Boy Scouts, they split it off. But it's just better that they're, you know, a lot of them want to do those sort of activities.
And maybe you're saying there's some other changes you're not happy about.
Robert says that a honey jar, most likely a bee. I see you put a bug in my drink there. I appreciate that.
That's right. I'm poisoning you with bugs.
He was named Bad Brad. Let's see here.
You're going so fast I can't read.
You're not supposed. Can we wrench Nick for like 2 minutes to let him send the darn link? You know? Yeah, where is it? I don't think even... where's Nick? There's Nick. I don't think even, whatchamacallit, moderators, and there, Nick, you're a moderator now. You could try it now, but I don't think even moderators can send links right now, and I don't know why.
I'm a moderator, and I couldn't send links.
Matt says, I like the white one, but I didn't like the drawers. He's talking about the adjustable height table. The drawers were not fabulous. They're for pens and paper, you know, stuff like that, but at least they're drawers with the desk. Big Brother in 30 minutes. You're talking about the TV show? Do people still watch reality shows like that?
We're a reality show.
Shh. Like that. Like that. I'm not backstabbing you and, you know, then dating your friend.
That's right, because you know I'd stab you.
You stabbed me.
That's right.
Let's see. I bought a Ryobi 10-inch table saw from Garage Sale for $35. Fell in love with it instantly. They do have some decent one.
Caper is a camper.
What?
It says Caper is a camper, though.
There's a guy named 4I am Caper.
Oh.
But every time I read it, I think it says camper. Brake Clean works great when it comes to cleaning. Yes, it does.
Scroll down.
Greetings on the evening, boss. Can't stay long. Not much new to report here. Michael Chesney, how's it going?
Hey.
What's the next cordless lineup you're looking to get your paws on and test out? That's a good question. I'm probably going to do a lot of 12-volt stuff.
Daughter Ross said, if Bear just read like 3 or 4 posts into the future.
My grandfather always said children are alternative food sources if they ain't got a job. I'm totally down with that.
Yep.
Walt says I had to use mod powers to approve the link. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Sauerkraut. I heard about your channel from Justin. Always love watching your channel. Keep up with it, Bear. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. No bell here.
I'm also
Oh,
deaf
and
in one
Hiram
ear.
and Travis.
Oh my gosh.
Travis again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. We really
thank you.
appreciate it.
I need a
You guys are
I need a
amazing.
tool. Not you.
Nope.
An actual
Nope.
tool.
Nope. Don't open any of those drawers.
No, I was gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna not the welder.
You don't know.
I know it'll
You're
hurt.
not the boss of me.
Hi.
Elle just remembered to actually take her medication because when you leave it on the counter, it doesn't work.
Nope, that was her drink. Somebody asked if it was my drink with the bug. Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 was the seventh recipe. Yes, just like the WD-40. I can use some Jack Daniels right now. Do we have any? We don't have any bourbon. Do we have any vodka in the house? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a drink later. Let's see here. Porter Cable 20-volt nailers are good. Unfortunately, the future of PC is sketchy. No, Nick, it's not sketchy. It's doomed. Sorry, that's just my own take on it. Allowing girls into Boy Scouts was the best thing to happen for the girls. There's so many girls who just didn't have an option.
And I really, really, really wanted to join the Boy Scouts when I was younger. I had some friends who were in Boy Scouts, and they did amazing stuff. They took amazing kayaking trips through the Yukon, and they stayed on a submarine overnight. I was like, that is so cool. And our local Girl Scouts, which I joined for literally a hot second, didn't do any of that.
Were you Brandy?
I have not a clue what I was. I don't think I was there long enough to be officially
You
something.
didn't have the little dress?
Nope.
I paid money to see that.
Anyways,
Was
we're a
still
family
fit?
channel. Moving on. I always really wanted to join. And that is not to say that either of us is living vicariously through the kids. If the kids were not interested, they would not be doing it. I think most of you know our children's personalities enough that if they're not interested in something, they just won't do it. So, anyways, carry on.
Walt Larson's WD-40 was originally designed as water displacement. And they had to get permission to sell it from the DOD. Or they had to get permission from the DOD. So that was the other one. There was another channel that went into this whole thing about WD-40 and water displacement, which was right after I did the video on it. And again, coincidence? I think not.
I feel like I'm merging with your leg
That's
here.
okay. I like to give people free headlight and tail light lamps when I can afford to. That's cool.
Yep. I agree.
This is a reality TV show. You don't know. It's totally staged.
Yes, we work very hard to make it look like...
YouTube's not allowing Lincoln anymore. It seems that way.
Oh, what just happened?
Sergeant Chris, from one Eagle Scout to some future Eagle Scouts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
By the way, and if I didn't mention it before, we're taking the super chats and putting them towards the kids raising money here. The what's ready?
I'm cooking chicken nuggets for them, and the children are alerting me to the fact that they're ready. They're not ready quite yet, but
The alarm went off.
that just means that
It's
the oven is
hot.
heated to the correct temperature. Yes, they need to work on learning to cook.
Terry's in the house. Terry Raffzer. How's it going?
Hey!
What do they do in Girl Scouts to sell cookies? I have no idea. Cross stitch?
I will ask my friend who has a daughter in Girl Scouts.
Tool trucks
I
are
think they do
dying.
stuff.
I think tool trucks are changing. There's going to be a rise of the independent tool truck because there's still a need. There people like the idea of being at work and the tool truck coming to them. I think it's just going to become more independent and not tied into any one brand. Hold on. I got to go back.
Sorry, I have to laugh at Echo's comment about if children aren't interested, they just won't do things like chores, homework. People that have met children before.
Steven says, I know ladies who are more at home hunting or working on cars and getting sawdust than glitter in the mall and their nails. I do too. I know a lot of them. Most of the ones we know up in Montana.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's also totally valid to like both. To like having, sparkly nails and be able to be a great marksman or to be able to build something or whatever you want to do. I don't think you have to fit into one mold.
Ronald said, what gets me nowadays is what's gardening is they don't camp anymore. I think he meant scouting or something. We used to go twice a month. Scouting in general, and all of it, is not what it used to be. There's been so many issues with, and I think we all know the news stuff that's causing this.
No, No.
But in safety and whatnot, like if we want to shoot BB guns, we have to go to an authorized BB gun range, and there has to be certified instructors for BB guns. This is just ridiculous.
Hey, Dan says, I'm a Scoutmaster and was a Cub Scout leader. My wife was a Girl Scout leader, and I used to run the Boy Scout program for her girls. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
That is cool. All right, let's see if we can open Nick's link now. Shared album. There we go.
Yay!
That's the Master Force Linesman's pliers. Those look good. I like the look of those.
I have to go check on the chicken nuggets.
Can you throw a pizza in for me or something?
From where?
In there.
Do you see it covered?
I'll do it later. Just hand me the rest of your chicken.
You will not like that.
I hate that chicken. I want a great small 12-volt impact. I gotta tell you, the future, I think next year, either 2020 or 2021 is going to be the year of 12-volt. 12-volt's just going to take off. It's when they switch from the 10850 cells to the 2000 cells, which is just more capacity in the same size. It's just going to explode because as they get more efficient motors, and I think, and Harbor Freight's really pushing that charge with the brushed, and Milwaukee with the brushless, building better motors in a smaller package. We're just going to see 12 volt. Because, I mean, think about it. If you're working all day, do you want to carry a big 20 volt? I mean, would you go back to carrying one of the big NiCad ones? No. That's why we switched to the 20 volt stuff, or the 18 volt, whatever. Same thing. For those of you who don't know, the 18 volt is the same as the 20 volt. It's just where they measure it. And the, for most, there will always be a market for the more powerful tools. There will always be people who are like, well, I have to do blah, blah, blah. Sure, I get it. But for 80% of the populace, 12 volts gonna cover what you need. Like the new studio, don't miss that cowbell. You asked what's doing for the moment. We still have the day job working a place that makes high-tech IR cameras, infrared. That's cool. Various projects related to this. Most I can't talk about. I bet. That sounds like some cool stuff, though. What are people like me with a massive collection of Cobalt tools basically screwed? No, they're still doing Cobalt. It's all settled a bit now. I guess I should still leave this. She's coming back. Yeah, they've settled down. We know about how much is staying. A lot of it has moved online, but there's still going to be replacements and stuff like that. So, good call. I prefer gin. I like gin every once in a while. I'll get into it, but not as a daily kind of thing.
Gin has such a distinct smell.
A distinct smell. Yeah, it's the berries, the juniper berries. New technician, former gunsmith here. Some of your vids have helped me out with the tool accumulation. Love the family thing, guys. Hey, have you seen Tekton's punch set for gunsmiths? Man, it's a nice set. We said hi to Terry, Tool Tricks to Die. We talked about that. Robert Envy, bear your thoughts on Yankee Cantrell, $2. Snap-on just needs to revamp their business model. They do, but problem with Snap-on is they're a publicly held company, which means they're locked into that quarterly earnings drive, and it's just like there's a wildfire burning behind you, always moving up on you, and you got to make that quarter. You got to make that quarter, or you're going to get fired. Travis, $10. You stopped mid-sentence about the kids in Super Chat. Oh, sorry. The money that we raised tonight in Super Chat is going towards the kids' popcorn fund. Helping them meet their goal and supporting scouts, and basically it's gonna be going towards helping our pack do a lot more this year. We've got a lot of new parents, we got some single moms and stuff, and some other single parents and who are financially challenged, and so it's going to really help go a long way towards them all being able to get their kiddos involved. All right, Barry, your thoughts on the Harbor Freight Avani handheld paint sprayer? Needed to paint the inside of my garage. It looks decent. I haven't used it. I talked to the designer. I do understand quite a bit about spray guns, and I talked to the designer of it. We had a 2.5 hour long conversation. The man's brilliant. So if he designed it, I mean, the guy, obviously the person designing it has the smarts to do it, and it looks like it's basically like everything else they did. They took the Wagner and did a second revision on it. So it's like the Wagner version 1.3. So it's just like a light upgrade to the Wagner, and I wouldn't have any difficulty with buying that if it met my needs. Like if it had enough volume and stuff for what I was doing. Donna Ross says, I guess I'm the new school robot. I did get asked at work when somebody got into my line if I was real. Huh? They're just, you're so famous from being in the chats. They were like, is that really you? Honey with the Nuggets. I'm not a fan of that. Well, you got to check out, It's a Southern Thing. They did their, they do a food kind of thing. That's actually where I got my inspiration for doing the food comparison. And they did a comparison to all the free breads. And they did Logan's Roadhouse, which I think is about the same as Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if they're the same company or just really similar. But the bread with honey, man. Oh, I love, with honey butter. I love that stuff. For those of you who don't know, I don't know about Logan's, but Texas Roadhouse, there's always a wait at those places. And they have that like window where it's open to the kitchen and you can see all the different meats, and they put the trays for the buns or for the rolls up there. Do you know if you're waiting, it's perfectly okay for you to walk over and grab a basket full of rolls, and you don't have to wait and ask anybody. They have no problem with it. I found that secret out. I'm like, I don't need to eat. I'll just hang out here. Tool trucks are definitely in an adapt or die situation. They are. WD-40 plus a cigarette lighter equals a dead hornet's nest. Yes, it does. I'm a mechanic. Richard said, I'm a mechanic. No one at the shop I work at refuses to buy. I'm a mechanic. No one at the shop I work at refuses to buy off the tool truck. Is your garage an authorized BB gun range? You know what? There is a company that sells 22 caliber ammunition that doesn't have any powder in it. It's just the primer. And I actually used to do some test firing in my garage using that. I used a 3/8 inch plywood as my I would staple up a bunch of cardboard, like 4 or 5 layers of cardboard, then with a 3/4 inch plywood behind it, and I'd do what do you call it? Drawing. I do like close combat order drills. Girl Scouts was founded by the wife of the founder of Boy Scouts and was designed originally to provide girls with the skills they needed at that time and period of history. That's interesting. I did not realize that. FM2H3, $5. Robert McAvoy, $4.99. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, wow. TX Red Dog, $10. Money for Scouts. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. How did I miss it? Jason Blair, $10. Yankee Catch-All, $2. This is for the kids. I don't have any more. Thank you so much. Snap-on needs another $2. Yankee Snap-on needs to revamp their business model. Yes, they do. When I was in Scouts in the 70s, we went on winter camping trips, fished, took 22s. We did a lot of that stuff. We did. 18650s and 2170s. I can never remember what they're called. Thanks, Antonio. Girl Scouts has also suffered from not having the financial support the Boy Scouts program enjoyed. Yeah, but that's changing. Once the Boy Scouts allowed gays into the leadership and such, the Mormon Church has pulled out, and they've lost about 1/3 of their funding in the U.S. So there is a danger that many of the Scout programs are just going to die out. Oh my gosh!
Nobody heard that.
Gear Jammer says, I'm 56, never had kids, never bought any diapers or scout uniforms, only buy F-250s for myself. Much cheaper than kids.
That's
Kids
true.
aren't really all that expensive.
I'm just saying the popcorn's delicious.
Yes. Mark says, hey, Red, love your channel. Thanks, Mark. Glad you're here. You really need to try Lola's in Summerlin. We do. Tecton Cold Chisels kick arse. I've heard they're great. Do you like Home Depot or Lowe's better, and why? I generally like Lowe's better. And here's why. Because Home Depot is for contractors. And not big contractors. They're for small and medium-sized contractors. They do sometimes sell in bulk, like through side doors, or sometimes even have like a side building. They have some of the bigger Home Depot places. But the guys who build subdivisions, they don't buy at Home Depot. They buy through corporate purchasing programs. But all the stuff that they sell there is contractor grade. And I usually like to buy a little bit better stuff. So I get the stuff that's at Home Depot.
Thank you, Yankee Kentrell. $2. Says, well, this is for the kids. I don't have any. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, I was gone a long time. Sorry. You probably already...
I did. I said thank you to all of them.
Sorry.
Thanks again for supporting
doing
Scouts. Just back from a friend's 4-bay garage. He said he's saving his money by almost never running the big compressor. Uses mostly battery impacts. Loves them. Sauerkraut says, man, I love those rolls and cinnamon butter. Oh, it's so good. We're talking about the free rolls at like Texas Roadhouse.
Yes. It's like crack.
Yes, it is. Ronnie says, back to chat. Scouts was a good program. Helps young men learn how to become better men, husbands, and fathers. Yes, it does. I hope it doesn't change with new leadership allowances. The real issue is with disciplining. I can't discipline in any way the children. I mean, I'm not talking like beating them, but I can't even scold them, really. I basically have to say, like, is that really behaving the way a scout behaves? And really what I want to say is, get in line, or I'm going to take you out back. No, I'm kidding. Just a little bit. Texas Roadhouse is amazing. Great steaks, great music. Love it when they all dance. The kids love that.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Jason Blair says, just supporting the Scouts. Both my girls are Girl Scouts, but one will soon join BSA next year. Also, venturing good. Good on you for supporting Scouting. Thank you so much. Shut up, Moto. Did Moto go off?
Mm-hmm.
You're...
Not mine, yours.
Here comes the gun talk. It happens every week.
Moto's not me.
Dave Lewis, $20. I shot trap to get my marksman merit badge. Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Just imagine cowbell ringing. Thank you so much for supporting Scouts. Our Scouts are really going to appreciate that. And, actually, that Scouts is how I got into being a firearms instructor. My oldest boy was in Scouts in San Francisco. They'd gotten rid of Scouting in San Francisco. They'd closed down the pack and everything because they wouldn't allow the gays. And then they brought it back. And I was at a meeting with a bunch of parents, and they said, we need somebody to get certified as a range master. Excuse me. So that we could let the kids go and shoot BB guns. And they all looked at me and said, Jeff, you can do that. And I went, why am I getting volunteered? And they said, you're the only one here who owns guns. Well, fair enough. And I went and I got certified as a BB gun range master. And then they said, hey, do you want to do these other ones? And next thing I know, I was on the Shooting Sports Council and all sorts of stuff. Let me go back here. I missed some.
And of course, I don't have glasses except for my sunglasses.
Mount of Olives with Gary Sawyer says, I went to an IHRA drag rate. Did you just bite me?
No, that would be inappropriate.
Mac Tools had a tent selling Mac Tools for around the same price as Craftsman and Lowe's. Don't understand why Mac Tools aren't always that price. Well, when they come to you with the truck, it's almost like a captured audience. They know you're not going to go off to the store and price match. Do motos not mute? They do, but what happens is if we put them on mute, we often forget it. And because we've got kids and they're always going off and doing stuff, we can't afford missing a call about them. So we won't mute our phones. Edward's like, what's going on here? We have no idea.
Welcome to the party. We're along for the ride too.
Michael says, as you may have guessed, I'm a huge SF fan. We're so sorry. Big Mox Hardware ranked 1 Menards, 2 Home Depot, 3 Lowe's. I would love to see Menards out here. I really wish. Yankee Cantrell, how's it going? Had a customer I was doing a bid for asked me if I was buying lumber from Home Depot. I said, no, ma'am. I buy lumber from the lumber yard. Thank you. Yeah, you don't buy lumber from Home Depot.
Well, don't know
Unless you're doing small projects or something. Sauerkraut, did you just donate again?
You are amazing.
Since I know it's for the kids of scouting, gotta do what I can do. You guys are simply amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And again, I compete in IPSC pistol matches, CZ75 Master Race. Just talking CZs with my brother-in-law, the Marine. He's got an FN 45. Now, I'm a big fan of 45. We were talking about it. 45, that's a sidearm. The CZs are like, that's a shooting gun. And for doing what you're doing, IPSC kind of stuff, which is, and if you can do that, man, there's so many rules. So many rules.
Nick, you were right. He's plugging Civil Air Patrol.
With all the Scout Talk, I feel obligated to plug CAP, that's Civilian Air Patrol.
Civil Air Patrol.
Civil Air Patrol. Uncivil Air Patrol. As an alternative for the 12 and up range, PT is much... Travis, $20 for the kids. I also worked summer for Menards my senior year in high school. Travis, you're awesome.
Thank you so much.
You always support the channel, and I really appreciate that. I don't know why I didn't do this longer. I don't know why
Are
we
you
didn't
banning him?
No, I made him a moderator. We should have made him a moderator months and months ago. What was I just gonna say here? We're talking about IPSC.
Civil Air Patrol.
Civil Air Patrol. The oldest, he stopped doing scouts and is now in Civil Air Patrol. And I'll be honest, it's hard not to like that program. That is a great program. Barry, you just avoided my work comment. No, I'm catching. I'm getting back there. I'm getting back.
Okay, I just have to take a second here. Totally not really Scout related or Tool related, but it's kind of Scout related. One of the things that
She's making me avoid your work comment.
That's right. He'll get back on track in about 27 years. I just wanted to remind people that Scouts is amazing, and I love that our kids have the opportunity to do it, but that we are each individuals in this world, and that we can do some of the same things that Scouts advocates, which is getting involved, being a good neighbor, doing a good turn. You can help that old lady across the street, whether you are 10 or 47. And a number of the people who came and supported us were local firemen. And every single time they did, I asked which fire department they're with. Because when we do something where we're giving back, maybe at the holidays, maybe at another time, where we do something where we want to give back to people that are in our community, I want to remember the fire stations that stopped by and spent time with us. And the local ones that are in our neighborhood as well. But I just wanted to remind people that it doesn't matter if you're in Scouts or if you're 57. You could do that too. So I guess I just wanted to remind people that you can do all the things that we advocate and teach in Scouting every day. And I will get off of my ginormous soapbox now. Carry on.
I see she doesn't threaten to burn your soapbox.
That's because my soapbox is amazing. Obviously.
Hunter says, is it just me or Harbor Freight LED bars more expensive than other places? They are more expensive than the ones at Walmart. I looked at the ones at Walmart. They're better than the ones at Walmart. The ones at Costco are better than the ones at Harbor Freight, though. Billy the Mechanic says, hey there. Pressure points are great to submit children. They are. And I, being an old school jiu-jitsu guy, I use them on my children all the time. Just ask them. They got the bruises to prove it.
Or other things, like hands on the head.
Wrist locks. Be glad there's no merit badge for EOD. Harbor HD is closer to me than Tractor Supply. Lowe's is the furthest. My first choice is TSC for things. I like TSC. They get a great hardware selection. They really do. As far as like nuts, bolts, stuff like that. What's your favorite gun channel? Oh, that's a hard one to say. I don't watch as many of the gun channels as I used to. I like Military Arms Channel. I watch Demolition Ranch. Who else do I watch? I can never pronounce the name. Jerry Michlich. Gotta watch Jerry, man. He's amazing. The Shooting Network or whatever, the guy does all the shooting news kind of stuff.
The speed guy.
That's Jerry Michlich.
I knew that. I was testing you, obviously.
Who else do I watch? What's his name? The guy with the bullets on his tattooed on his.
Yep.
He got kicked off of YouTube and then was back again. No, not Yankee Marsh. He's gone off the deep end. I stopped watching him.
What is that guy's name?
Starts with a Y. Yeager, James Yeager.
Yeager.
And then who else? There's another guy. He's got a real thick New York accent who does a lot of stuff. I like him. I can't remember what his name is. Let's see here. It might make parents twitch. It might. When I was a kid, I didn't get my cell phone Xbox taken away. I got a whooping. There's a video you got to watch on the Comedy Channel.
Yes.
And the one guy's, they're testing this guy to see how Southern he is. He goes, and they're like, when you were a kid, where did your parents beat you? And he's like, at home, at church, at school, at the supermarket, pretty much anywhere there's a stick. They're like, that's just a fabulous answer.
Yeah.
Rodney says, I'm Mormon by faith. The Boy Scouts were your main young Emmys program. Boy farmers in our troop can join another local troop if they choose. Nick Hoffman says, with all the scout talk, I feel we already covered that one. Would love to see Menards in Arizona.
Whoa.
Travis Leger, again, hold on. Yankee Cantrell again. CZ makes handguns. Everything else is a stapler.
Nice.
They're so heavy, though. Travis says, I know he passed away a few years ago, but you got to watch Bob. Way better shooter than Jerry. Hush your mouth. I know Bob. Huge fan of Bob. And yeah, I can't remember his last name. Bob. He's a shotgun shooter. And did a lot of trick shooting and stuff. And he worked for CZ, actually. And it was funny because I was one of the first people to buy those Turkish shotguns from CZ. Just like everyone said, like, oh, China can't make good tools and stuff. They said Turkey can't make good shotguns. And CZ was buying Turkish-made shotguns. The barrel and action was made in Turkey, and the walnut and everything else, all the other accessories was from CZ. Just fabulous shotguns. I had a over-under redhead. Single trigger. Beautiful, beautiful shotgun. I just switched to a semi-auto because I hurt my shoulder. But, yeah, I mean, he's a fabulous shooter. And he did stuff besides shotgun. He would do the old, 22 through a washer kind of trick.
For I Am Caper says it's nice time.
Good night, man.
Good night, everyone.
Yankee Cantrell says, I shot with Jerry once. Oh, my gosh.
Cool.
Travis again.
Oh
Bob,
gosh.
I can't remember his last name. Best handgun shooter, fast with a 6-shooter. He was stupid fast, man. I would love to have shot with him. Nick says, thanks. Thank you for the seat at the great council. Yeah, misspelled that, didn't I? It's all right. Her boxes are better than yours. I'll say they are. Let's see here. What's the best spot to sell a used gun? I bought a 45 and it kicks too much. I would like to sell it and downsize. I use Arms List. If you're in, some states have some really good, like if you're in California, Cal Guns is a great place. So there's a lot of state-specific sites, but I'm not a big fan of like the really big like auction kind of sites and stuff. You have to be a long-time user. There's all sorts of tricks and stuff. Arms List works just fine. I'm just going back making sure I haven't missed anything. Barry, you just avoid... Oh, we got to talk about your work comment. Did I actually read your work comment?
No.
I bet I didn't. It's the wife's fault. She says, I work in insurance again. I'm at the end of an IVR. They half the time think I'm just another robot. Oh. Yo, when they're on the phone. Yeah.
They would think that all the time.
She does that because you would do that. You had that kind of pattern you would go through on your phone. I'd call her just to have her hear her tell me, hold please.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Redbeard's Den of Tools.
Yes. It gives me chills. Let's see here. All right, let me catch back up here.
Woo!
Don't try to read. We're going fast.
Okay, you're making me dizzy.
We should dye your hair blonde just so it's fair that everyone knows.
I'm gonna smack you.
Thank you for the... Okay, we read that one. Hickok 45. I like him okay. He's not a bad guy. It's just... I don't know. I'm a fan of Forgotten Weapons. It depends on what weapons they're talking about. I keep trying to look at the mic to talk because usually it's in line.
It says Civil Air Patrol had an EOD education class.
Yes.
What is that? I'm tired.
Anyway. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Sorry. Alaskan Ballistics is great. Alaska. Oh, okay. Cap. Yes, the Cap EOD. Paul Harrell is the best gun channel on YouTube. I haven't seen that. Hickory 45 and Demo Ranch are FUDs who do nothing to support the Second Amendment. That's not true. FUDs are people who who spread fear and misinformation. I've never once seen Demo Ranch do that. I don't watch Hickok enough. And Demo Ranch actually has done a lot to get people into shooting, so... I mean, he doesn't sit there, go out there, go, rah, 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 NRA, go out and support that, but he doesn't spread misinformation.
Sorry, guys, I'm still sick.
Turkey makes awesome firearms. Well, you know, they've been at war since forever, and clay shooting, like trap and skeet and stuff is almost like a national sport over there. Make sure I got everything here. What was that? Good night, Nova Scotia. Tell Hank Snow we said goodbye tonight. Bob Mudden from Montana.
Oh.
Go to local gun shows. I've not had good luck with gun shows. People just want to offer you pennies on the dollar.
Oh my goodness. Steve says one of my jobs is in Walgreens here in Madison, and the pharmacy is busy. I hope you're feeling okay. I'm feeling pretty awful, but I am grateful that it's not something worse.
Donna Ross says, my answering line is generally, hi, this is, name here, how can I help you? With a new insert type of claim.
Yep.
Remington 870 rocks. Not a fan of the Remington. I like the Mossberg better. I like my safety on the Tang rather than the through bolt. The guy from Team Zero's channel is scary good. He's a hoot to watch. I don't know if he's done anything new, and I haven't seen anything from him in a while, but it is funny. I like the 500 because of the slide lock location. Let's see here. Ross says, yes, stop and think who's making the gun and where it's being made at, because they might have better steel and better technology because they're at war all the time. My last payment to Snap-on tomorrow. I'm out of the Snap-on debt. Congratulations!
I feel like we should have like a something.
Like when they do, I'm debt free.
Yeah.
Their power tools suck. Traded them in on my Cornwell guy from Milwaukee. Good on you. More power, better work. They're just a generation to a generation and a half behind everyone else. They were just slow to get onto the boat. Demo Ranch is what got me into a DE. A Desert Eagle? A Deagle? You're not sick, you have a bear allergy. Don't say that. Hey, Wohawk, how's it going? Your wife's talk show and announcer voice is awesome. It is. 20-inch 870 extension tube, 8 rounds for home defense, number $4. Not bad. I like a pistol for home defense. It's better for going around corners. Have you seen that new frame they've got for the SIG P320? I sold my P320. I might go back to have to get one just because of that frame they got for it now.
Good night, Walt.
Did you get your vehicle lifted with the low profile tires and big stereo for SEMA? And then I got to put my Instagram channel on the side. Oh my
Only
gosh.
if it's like something like
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Yeah, Demo Ranch does nothing for gun advocacy, refuses to support litigation, and calls to action to fight bans. Yeah, but that's not spreading FUD. That's just like they're out there, one of the biggest gun channels, showing you that average people use guns all the time, and they help promote gun sales by working with gun dealers to do sales, and then they do shooting days for people locally to go out and try guns. Not everyone has to be out there screaming 2A, 2A, 2A. They could just be doing it. So that doesn't make them anti-gun. It doesn't make them a FUD. I really take issues with people saying stuff like that, because that's literally FUD. That is, and FUD stands for people who spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that's people basically who spread misinformation, and they don't do that. So, gun shows are not the place to sell. Dealers lowball. Yeah, they do. Some gun shops will take guns in on trade. Yeah, they will, but they'll never get you what you can get from a private buyer.
Well,
it's like a car.
I was gonna say it's just like a dealership.
Steve says I'm not a Snap-on fan myself. Much prefer Milwaukee tools for the cordless stuff. I mean, they've got people think, oh well, the Snap-on's got a lifetime warranty. That's the hand tools. Their cordless tools have a 3-year warranty. They're all made in China. And you know, Snap-on promotes this. You know, have the big picture of the American Eagle with a flag wave and all this stuff, and they're selling Chinese tools. And then people give me crap for talking about Harbor Freight stuff. Milwaukee tools are excellent. 5-year warranty. They stand behind them. I may give Milwaukee a hard time, but I think they make an awesome tool.
Good night, Michael.
No, don't dye her hair blonde. Dye her hair ginger or redhead. She was a redhead when we met. And was for the longest time. I like her as natural. I was just teasing her about the blonde for having blonde moments. Good night, Walt. You have a good one. Walt Lars, that is.
And Michael. Browning
A5, Benelli Clinton. Browning makes a great shotgun. My favorite shotgun is my Beretta 20 gauge. It's like shooting a BB gun. 1911 preferred non-carry handgun. I love 1911s for shooting. Not a great carry gun, but they're great for shooting. William Logan, I'm not reading that. Time to sleep, like the old song said. The movie's over. Fade to black. Be well there. Michael, thanks for stopping by. Glad to have you on the channel.
Good night.
Benchmade is anti-2A. That's hard to believe.
Good night,
considering that their prime sales is to people in the military. Good old Widowmaker shotguns from the late 1800s are cool collector's items. I had some nice ones, man. I wish I'd kept them. Data Tools, Harbor Freight has a brochure on Icon toolboxes and hand tools for customers to take. That's pretty cool. Mossberg 1897 trench broom.
I have to go take meds.
Travis, I totally agree. He says we should be trained and properly use the firearms in high school. We need to bring gun safety back into the schools and demystify guns. My kids couldn't care less about a gun because Dad has guns around all the time. We go shooting, blah, blah, blah. Me trying to get them to go shooting is like trying to get them to the dentist's office, sadly. And because of that, it's not like, ooh, tantalizing. It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not that forbidden, the forbidden fruit. So there's no titillation to it.
Well, that's true with a lot of things, like how to change a tire, how to balance a checkbook.
Well, that's a little different. I don't think anyone's like, ooh, I want to go change a tire.
I don't know. Some people are.
You probably would.
would think that was super
Mike
cool.
says I inherited a Makarov 9mm from my father. Haven't had time to shoot it. Any opinions on that? They're fun guns. They had it questionable, not reliability, but some of them were good, some of them were bad. Depends on how well it was taken care of. I had guys trying to use them in my concealed carry course.
Course. Uh-huh.
It's
Okay. He teaches better than he speaks.
I do. And they always had problems, I'll be honest. But it could just be that they weren't well maintained. Because the guy, like, remember, like the last guy was carrying it around in an old used toolbox. It had like 3-in-1 oil and screwdrivers and stuff in there. Dotterot trying to figure out who's going to get to fight over Grandpa's massive snap-on tool chest when he passes. Then he has sockets big enough to remove semi. Oh, wow. I think you should just make it, easy and just send it all to me.
I was going to say, you could make it really easy and send it to me.
William
Forget
Lucas says,
him.
time to crash for him. We're losing all the Williams. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping
Have a
by.
good night.
I know it's getting
Thank
late over
you.
there. One last time, we had a nickname for the Mossberg 500 in Iraq, the Universal Translator. Yep. When pointing at Haji, his English got better. I've heard that one. Benchmade is not against it. It just doesn't support the NRA. And there's a lot of guys who don't support the NRA. I think it's a bad call, but I can understand why you wouldn't. The NRA doesn't always make the best two-way choices either. And I think there needs to be a massive change in leadership. I think the guys there are funneling too much money into their own pockets or to the pockets of friends.
I'm coming back. I just have to take meds.
Matt says, I see comments from tool truck fanboys talking about Harbor Freight selling knockoff tools. Yeah, it's funny because they'll say that Harbor Freight's selling knockoff tools when they're buying tools that are then knockoffs of other tools. It just gets my goat every time. Say goodnight to the chickens for us, William. We have skeet teams in Iowa. That's awesome. I would love to see that because we need to have first aid classes. We need economics classes. I had to take economics. I remember having a class on how to use a telephone in school. They don't do that kind of stuff anymore. Actual life skills, man. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't have to be like a year long. I had to take typing for a year as a sophomore. I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. Then computers came out. And I was a god because I could touch type. In a speech class in college, one guy did a presentation on how to change a tire with and without an impact. That's pretty awesome. My wife, this is before we were married, she was taking a college course where they had to do like a kind of debate kind of thing, and they had to write up their argument ahead of time. And she had to take, it was a political debate, and she had to take the side of a Republican. And so, and I'm not a Republican, but I understand the where they're coming from. And I'm not a Democrat either. And so I helped her with it. And this is at University of Berkeley in California, in Berkeley. And her classmates were like, that was scary good. It was like you were one of them. How did you do that? Oh my gosh. I second the motion that Paul Harrell is one of the best gun tubers. If you haven't seen him yet, you're really missing out on some good content. I will check him out. Sauerkraut says my 1976 model 94 3030 is my favorite. 3030 is a good round. I don't have one, but you're right about the foot now, since the NRA is now classified as a terror. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was San Francisco, I think it was, or California. I declared the NRA a terrorist organization. At that point, you've lost all credibility when you label somebody you disagree with as a terrorist organization just because you disagree with them. The left has jumped the shark. And this is coming from somebody who used to consider themselves a liberal. Still actually think I haven't changed. They just have lost their minds.
Stop talking about me. I'm right here.
They're going after Peter Gutteridge because he said that he can't read any of the LGBT news mags anymore because they're saying he's not gay enough.
In other news, I have a cold.
NRA is just a platform that we can use. Yes, it is, and we should take it back over and turn it to the right thing. The education arm of the NRA is amazing. But I'm a lifetime ARA. I am a lifetime ARA NRA member. I'm also a lifetime GOA member and probably about 3 or 4 other gun organizations. I think he was referring to as FUDs were mainly just people in it for the money. Benchmade Corporation is definitely anti-2A, even though they backpedaled like Springfield. I'll have to look into that. But, I have a Benchmade. It's one of my favorite knives. But I bought it out the recommendation of a police officer who was hardcore 2A. What's going on, Hound? No, FUD has a definition, and we can't just start changing words to attack people because that's convenient. That's what these lunatics on the left are doing. They're changing the definition of racist and everything else. Word has a meaning. Use the word the way it is. If you don't, then you lose your own integrity when you're attacking people.
Soapbox burning blowtorch is lighted. I think she's talking about yours, not mine. Just gonna go on a limb.
And you'll be hard pressed to find anybody who's more 2A, pro 2A than I am. I'm also really all for all the rest of the amendments too. You're short. You don't have a voice in this. Short people don't have rights.
So sick.
Why don't you go take a shower or something? I feel like people should know how to change a tire and drive a stick in order. Yes! People should know how to drive a stick.
I can drive a stick.
You can crash a stick. That's different.
No.
That light is doing good. You know, it is. It is still going strong. I'm totally surprised.
Okay, Nick, who says he keeps thinking of Elmer Fudd. I'll be honest. What I think of when he says Fudd is a totally different Fudd. There's something called a feminine urinary device. Google it, folks. It's not what he's talking about.
Icon tools are so good, I bet they're using alien technology. That's why the clerks at Harbor Freight deny they exist. Everybody arguing about Benchmade made me a Spyderco fan. Is this something I'm too arachnid to understand? I don't like Spyderco. The blade has a weird shape.
I like it.
Soapbox burning, blowtorch is lighted. Yeah. We heard.
And she says, Bear, you're about to be a big bearskin rug. Leave the missus alone. That's right.
Governor of New York called the NRA the governor of New York is a straight up lunatic. He will say anything to get elected. My gosh, the guy has absolutely no spine.
He's my new favorite.
Who?
Wahawk says she's not short, she's fun sized.
Bite sized.
Nope. I bit you first.
I'm gonna chomp your like button.
Good.
Thoughts on the hell yes, we're taking your AR-15. Please grab it by the barrel end. I'm a lifetime NRA member as well as a bunch of others. I'm also a lifetime Golden Eagle member. Can't do it on brakes if you can't do your own brakes if you can't get the tire off. That's a good point. I'm with the younger gun crowd. FUD means something totally different. Nice. Steve says, I'm 100% with you, Red. I live in Madison, Wisconsin. It's a very far left liberally enclave. Yikes. I lived in San Francisco for nearly 20 years, or the San Francisco Bay Area. And I considered myself a liberal, and I moved there thinking, it's going to be so awesome around all these, intelligent and educated sorts. I was there 1 week, and I'm like, I have made a bad decision.
I love the Bay Area.
If they want your guns, give it to them.
The bullets first.
I wasn't going to read that part.
Nice.
Bill writes all day long. Wabbit season. Duck season. Snack sized. This is a family show, and chomping the missus leads to a bigger family. Barry, you're doing good tonight. 7 downvotes. I think that's a record for a live stream.
Yeah.
Only 7. Must be the too late for all the Snap-on fanboys. They had to go to Betty by time already.
I love you.
Jeez. Oh. Steve says, I just prefer not to talk about politics because I'd get so much flack from both sides.
I hear ya, Steve.
Well-
I feel very similarly. I'm married to this guy.
Oh, I'll
I don't know
argue
if you know,
politics all day long.
He's got a few opinions. He likes to tell people about them.
Oh, yeah. When her and her father, when I met her father, she was, because he was far, far left liberal. He's since passed on, and he's a great guy. But the thing is, he was far left from, but a practical sort of liberal. He would not be down with what's going on right now. He would not appreciate this in the least bit.
Soapbox is on fire.
My soapbox on fire.
Yeah. They called. They said the record deal's not going through.
I just prefer not to. Anyway, but I'm a radical centrist, extreme moderate. Came here for tool talk, not politics. Well, you guys control the conversation. Talk about tools. What do you want to talk about? We can talk about tools all night. It always seems to devolve into guns, and we try to stay away from politics some. And
Yep.
the government has no clue what the founding fathers wanted. Yeah, they've lost it. My favorite shotgun is a pump. Anytime you pick it up, she loads herself, and every time you fire, she reloads. She's quicker than an automatic. I like pump shotguns. I really, really do. My favorite shotgun, though, is a lightweight 20 gauge side-by-side with an English-style grip. That is my favorite shotgun. It's not a defense shotgun. It's a hunting. It's a upland bird gun, but. I'm starting to think the other live streams are starting to infiltrate with the need for adult beverages.
Yep.
I was supposed to be getting one with vodka. What happened to that? Huh?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I'm sick and I'm tired.
So you're sick and tired of me asking for adult beverages?
No, you know where it is.
If you had a $500 Matco gift card, what would you buy? I'd probably buy one of their... I don't know. I'd probably buy a bunch of tools to compare against, the stuff we have. Probably a socket, or a ratchet, some ratcheting wrenches. That'd probably be about it for $500. Wouldn't mind hearing about when Hercules is coming out and when. Oh, you must have gotten here later. We had that conversation. Sorry, you got to go back. No, I get it. We did talk about it, but first week of October is when it should be rolling out.
Come here, Bella.
Why does Harbor Freight omit Quinn off the percentage off coupons? They omit almost all of the new better and best. So they're doing the good, better, best now. It used to just be, the good was the baseline, the cheap stuff. Then they added layers on top of it.
Oh my
The
gosh.
stuff they've added. What are you doing, dog?
Come on.
I think she wants something, like to go outside or something.
Look.
Hi,
These are friends
come
and family. Look.
Hi.
Oh, you're such a good girl.
Give me some.
Look at that
Give me
face.
some.
Arr.
Oh, so vicious.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. You want to go outside?
Do you go potty?
Come on. Let's go.
She needs something. Look at
Show me
those
what you
ears.
need.
Let's see here. What does... Okay, we talked... Mount Olive says, what are your thoughts about movie critics slamming the new Rambo movie for political reasons, calling it toxic mess? I think the whole thing on, all the movie critics are... They're not critics anymore. Everything, the whole Oscars, all that stuff, it's all become political for them. I don't listen to any of them anymore. I want to hear what the audience has to say. What size Harbor Freight welder would you suggest to cover a little bit of everything in the shop from welding exhaust up to welding? That the titanium, is it the Omni Pro? I know the Vulcan's the Omni Pro. It's the one that does everything. The titanium, multitask one. I just got finished. Let me see if I can show you guys here. I just got finished testing out the titanium flux core right there, and then I don't know if you can see it down on the ground. Behind it, down there, right there is the Chicago Electric flux core. So I just finished a comparison between the two. That video is going to be up this week. A lot of fun. I even let the older bear do some welding. He was stoked. he wants to build a go-kart. So he actually wants to get into go-kart racing. So not just any go-kart. But I'm really liking this titanium. I was like, it's a lot smaller. It felt a little cheaper in different areas. I put a better grounding clamp on it. I got one of these. Anyone you get, that's one of the, even the good welders often cheap out on grounding clamps. Harbor Freight sells this grounding clamp, man. This thing is a beast. It's awesome. It's not much. It's super easy to put on. There is no reason not to upgrade your grounding clamp. And remember, when you're talking about electrical welding, you're doing a circuit. So if you're not getting a good ground, you're not going to get a good circuit. Did the battery die? It has not died. I can't believe it's still going. That is 2.5 hours, and it's still going strong. I'm way to the right when it comes to gun issues, way to the left when it comes to LGBT. That's what I said. People are like, well, is you're a centrist, that means you don't believe in anything. No, that just means I don't believe in just one menu. It means I go here for this, here for that, and here for this. I love it when people tell me what I believe.
Honey?
Yes?
Let's go back to tools.
I'm reading their comments.
Okay.
Would you like to see more tools in the Warrior line? Or would like to? They are coming. I've been told that they are going to be expanding the Warrior line. And I think that they have to. I think that, honestly, Walmart is eating their lunch when it comes to budget-priced 20-volt tools. That HyperTough series for the budget-conscious homeowner is great. It is. It really is. They're not... I don't like using them because I'm spoiled using, I used to be in the trades. I used to be a carpenter. I used to, do low power electrical, Ethernet kind of runs and lines like that. I did a lot of assembly and stuff, and I'm used to higher end tools. So for me, it's like kind of snobbery. I can't go back to it. I can't. It won't make me. But for the average homeowner who's on a tight budget, yeah, it'll get the job done. Been thinking of starting a YouTube channel on learning forging. Do you think anyone would be interested? Oh, dude, it's a hot topic, man. Do it. I'd love to see it from... There's always going to be a group of people who are interested, and that's like every year there's always a new group of people who are getting older who are like, hey, I want to kind of try this thing. And seeing somebody who's new at it, start at it, and follow their progress is a great way for somebody who's new to get at it, follow their progress, and they can kind of do it with you. Is that the Franklin jaw horse behind you? It is. I used that for the welding test today. And the funny thing is, the little mini welding magnets are the same color as the jaw horse. They kind of blend in. Looks like they're built into it. I'm having trouble deciding between the 20 or 20 McGraw. Any thoughts? Yes. If it's something you're going to use every single day or a lot with heavy use, get the oiled 20 gallon. If you're going to do lighter use, the oilless is just easier to use, and it's got a ton of power and a ton of storage. It's a great. That's the one of all I had a whole bunch. If you saw, the 21 gallons, the one I kept. But I'll be honest, I mostly use the Fortress 2-gallon compressor. Have you seen Fireball Tool destructive testing vices, including the one they made? It's very cool. I have not. Destructive testing vices. I will have to take a look at Fireball Tools. Antonio says Vulcan and titanium plasma cutters are coming out in January. Awesome. I hope one of them's 110 because they really need to come out with a 110 plasma cutter because there's so many of them for sale on Amazon. These cheap cutter 40s, I think they're called, that they really need to compete with that. That was one of the problems with the old one is it was only 220. Now I'm lucky in this garage I actually now have 220, so we can start doing some of that.
I probably have half an hour. I'm not saying you should stop, but I'm toast.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, we're gonna be stopping at 9:00.
Sorry,
So,
I really don't feel good, guys.
You don't
and,
look good.
And I have tried to be a trooper, and I still am gonna be a trooper, but I'm not 100%. So, and I feel like more than my fair share this year, I have not been 100%. So if you guys could stop sending me cooties through my children, that'd be great. Awesome.
One of the better Sunday Night Football games. Rams 20-13 over the Browns. Heck yeah. Miller, then Lincoln, then everything else. For the higher end stuff, yeah, I mean, Lincoln makes some stuff that is just incredibly high end, you know. But people think when you say professional, it means like one type of line. Like there's only one type of professional. But there's like small shops. Professional just means you make money doing it. They're guys who work out of their garage doing welding. And they do small stuff here and there, and they make a living doing it. I know a guy I'm thinking about, that's what he does. He's got a pickup truck, he's got a welder, the generator goes in the back of it, and he can drive around about anywhere and do some welding. And he could do just fine with a Vulcan or something like that. But if you're in a large fabrication facility and you got to do minute adjustments and stuff, yeah, one of those big Lincolns, I can totally see that. But if you're doing the smaller end of Miller and the smaller end of Lincoln, you're just overpaying because there's stuff that's as good as that for less money.
Oh, Walt Lars says, back to chat, plans didn't work out. I hope that means like you couldn't go to sleep or something.
Yeah. Joe, hyper tough fanboy here. I take it, what is it? Maintenance Man. He must have left because he's a big fan of the hyper tough stuff too. Will the Titanium Unlimited 200 do AC TIG? I don't know. I don't think it will. Because you're talking about aluminum probably there. And I'm pretty sure it's not set up for aluminum. Forging is a hot topic. Funny one, Zafio. Milwaukee's are overpriced. They're not that much better than the other for that extra price. They are, but they do have a really good reputation for standing behind that 5-year warranty. Whereas DeWalt comes with a 3-year warranty, and they don't have a good reputation for standing behind their warranty.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go lay down. I really don't feel good.
You're burning up.
Yeah.
Go take some meds and go to bed.
You're not the boss of me.
Yeah, I am. You're shorter than me.
That's
That
only
makes
because
me-
I'm sitting in a shorter chair.
That makes me the boss of you.
Everyone knows that I'm taller than you.
Sauerkraut says he has the 29-gallon Centric pneumatic, likes it a lot. That is a great compressor. It really is.
Have a super great night. I'm so sorry I'm leaving early. I really appreciate everyone's support with the Scouts, and I will.
We
stop
do.
being
And
early.
Zafiel, $2 for a can of chicken soup from Mrs. Bear.
Thank you.
You know what? I think we're gonna call it early because I need to go take care of her. So let me go through and answer everything we got here real quick. Oh, poor. She's been out working all day. I need to take care of her.
I love you guys. I'll see you next weekend.
Daughter says you need to go to bed.
I'm trying.
Any idea why you have to go into a store to purchase the new Icon storage instead of online? I think because this is just for the rollout. They're trying to make sure they get everything right, and they want to do it through the stores. I think within the year that it'll be online as well. The Vulcan and Titanium plasma cutters are both going to be 110 and 240 volt scissors. Antonio, did you get hooked up? How are you getting all this knowledge? Steve says to go to bed too. Not sure how I'm sending you germs from Minnesota 2 time zones away, but I will stop. Thank you so much. We appreciate your consideration. Michael says he has the Eastwood multi-process. I've heard nothing but good things about the Eastwood. Mount of Olives says Redemption Garage showed some of the Icon videos to a local supply store owner, and did they like them? Redemption Garage, are you here? He is here. How'd I miss him? Hey man, how's it going? Just have a good night. Apparently he's leaving. I'm so out of it tonight. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. You know, now that we're on Sunday night, no reason to go more than 3 hours. It's midnight on the East Coast. It is, and that's usually bedtime for everyone. More like not enough money to go find parts outdoors. Take care of the missus. I will. Go take care of her. We will. Thank you, everyone. Nick says, do you know if the Tac Life angle grinder is any good? I've been disappointed with my Porter cable. Tac Life stuff is not prosumer grade. It's budget grade. I have some of their stuff. They've sent me some of their stuff. I used their Sawzall, their recip saw. It was decent. It was like same category as the $20 Harbor Freight recip saw. Depends on how hard you're going to push that grinder. Problem with Tac Life is their customer support is really iffy. Danny66, hi there. Sorry you're missing it. We're taking off here. Antonio says, my picture is in the wall of my Harbor Freight. I got some exclusive conversation with my Harbor Freight staff. More exclusive content coming new. Awesome, man. Glad to hear it. Mataba makes great stuff. No question about it. They make some real top tier kind of stuff. Do you really believe you're a bear? I'm not a bear. I'm Jeff. Red is the bear. Different guy, totally. Anyway, you all take care. Thank you so much for all your contribution. Thank you for supporting Scouts. And as always, God bless and shine on.